Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. This might be a video that a couple of maybe new people, new to my channel, stumble upon. So yeah, I cannot even believe that I'm saying this, but this is going to be a new collection tour video. I'm a toy collector. You can maybe guess that by seeing this wall of toys behind me. I consider myself mainly a vintage toy collector. The majority of stuff that I love is from the girly toy lines from the 80s and 90s, so that's the most that you will see. I don't consider myself a doll collector, because what you see behind me is mainly ponies. Yeah, the first generation of My Little Pony and also some other generations are my bread and butter. That's the biggest focus in my collection. But I said not a doll collector, but I do also collect a couple of dolls. If you're more into that, I have a somewhat sizable Barbie collection, 80s and 90s, so superstar era. I do also have Lovelylocks. I have a bunch of Polly Pockets and all sorts of other small niche or big toy lines from the 80s and 90s, and even a couple of small bits and bobs from more of the action figure lines, and even a couple of things more from today. So you will see, but if you are someone who is watching my channel for a longer period of time, then you know that that was more an introduction for everyone who is this video is maybe popping up for some people that never have watched my channel. So I wanted to kind of introduce myself. From my other collection tour videos, I can already guess this is going to be a very long video, because I'm not just going briefly over it. I like to go into detail, so I definitely going to do that as well again, because it has actually been almost a year since my last big collection tour video. My plan was always to do it kind of twice a year, but the one in early autumn that I should have filmed kind of fell through because it never really worked. I was either sick or my collection was just not in the state that I wanted to show it to you. So, but now it's January, all the Christmas stuff has been put away, and suddenly my room looks nice again, and I had the power to change all the things that I wanted to and bring it into the state that I want to show you today. Yeah. One more thing, I don't have a collection room. I am living in my collection. I am just living in Germany, in Berlin, in a small 2-room apartment by myself. And this wall behind me here was the starting point, but then I added so many more shelves and all of that, and yeah, so my main part is in my living room, where I obviously also live, but also work. But I've put my work desk away because today I have a day off, so you won't see that, and it's not in the way. But right now also a lot of stuff is already in my bedroom as well, so and I'm not planning to move anytime soon, because the reason why I can kind of afford doing that and also kind of go on vacation and stuff like that is because this apartment is really affordable. That's why I want to keep it. And sure, I'm adding and adding and adding to my collection. At one point I will probably just reach the point when I cannot display everything anymore. Right now almost everything that I own is on display, so I think that's all of the points that I wanted to explain in the beginning. And so let's jump into it. I think I want to start actually not with this wall, or should I? I don't know. I think I want to start with the thing that has changed the most since the last big collection tour, but you have also, if you're watching my videos, seen it a little bit in like the Vlogmas videos and stuff. I think I want to start with the wall really opposite. So I'm staring at this wall right now, which is a big part of my Barbie collection. So over there, that was the wall that you a second ago saw behind me. And yeah, I think it's quite a good idea to just give you the overview. That's my room. Okay, there are the studio lights. And this is the wall that I meant that I think I want to start, because this is one of the biggest changes. As I said, you might have seen it if you were following my Vlogmas series. In a couple of videos you saw it maybe in the background, and then in one of the last videos you also got a sneak peek of that. But yeah, previously I only had Barbies in these two cabinets. That's super dark now, but we will get there. So, but maybe you remember. And there were Barbies on top. That has changed. And I've also added a ton of Barbies, and yeah, I needed definitely way more space. And this wall was actually, it didn't wasn't a display for any of my toys. That was just, I had I think on that side there was the My Little Pony air mattress hanging there. I've no space for it. It's now over there just laying. And then there were just pictures, Star Wars, big Star Wars pictures, posters in frames. And yeah, I have removed those to make space for these luck shelves. So we bought these 3 luck shelves, and then my father helped me to install them in the walls. So, and I was at first just thinking about putting them like right on top of each other, so all in the same like kind of spot. But my mom gave me the idea that it would look better to have them like, you know, spread out across the wall, and like, I don't know how to call it, that like create this little bit of a diagonal thing. So, and I really like it. That also gives me more space over here and still over there, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. This is clearly space where I can expand when I put Barbies more up on shelf risers, and they can go higher. And who knows if I at one point install a smaller shelf here, or it's just place for pictures, or I don't know. So far the shelves already look really full. Like, yeah, I don't know, a couple of months ago, like I think I put them up in summer, in August or September, and yeah, the first weeks that was just very empty, and here a doll, there a doll. I don't know, it has filled up so much. But if you've seen some of my more recent like flea market videos, there were days when I just came home with like, you know, 24 dolls at once, and 8 dolls here, and then more and more, and yeah, it adds up. So let's start actually at the top. Yeah, on the upper left corner I have tried to put more of my, you know, boxed items, or like things that are still, or somehow are a box, or have this typical, you know, pink Barbie aesthetic that I love so much of the 80s and 90s. I'm not a box collector at all. You have probably seen that already, or you know it anyways. I'm a loose collector for like any toy line. I have very few pieces in box. Mainly I have like My Little Pony playset boxes, but those are also not sealed or anything, so I also take the playsets out, for example, a pony school there. These 2 pieces are just, you know, it was very random. This one I found in America while thrifting, and it was such a good price, and then I was like, do I unbox it or not? And I've never done it because the display of these three sisters, it's Sharon sister set from the early 90s, it just looks so good, and I will never take those out of the box. I also will not take out like the Songbird Teresa because I do have her already out. She was like the craziest thing, and that never happens, like in box dolls at flea markets in Berlin. That's just like unheard of, so I couldn't leave her. I will probably sell her in the future. Yeah, for now it just looks good, but if I need this space more for more loose dolls, then she will go. It will get like a little bit closer together, the boxes. And in the back, obviously, that's a Barbie case, so that's not a boxed item. There's nothing in there, but I do love the Superstar case. I love the Barbie cases, but they take up a lot of room, so I try to not buy any of them, and I mean, unless I come across them at the flea market. And that happened with this one. So in the front there, my twirly curls is actually sitting in her correct chair and everything, with this little contraption which you probably have seen in the last video that I found that one. Yeah, in front of Songbird Teresa, there's my only like mod era Barbie, so also a very like somewhat recent find in a video that you have seen. Very, very proud of her. She's obviously not in the best condition, but she is the only like, you know, 60s, 70s doll that I have that still has the lashes, and yeah, still don't have an official original outfit of that time, so she's still wearing that. Then I have a couple of other Barbie items still kind of in the box, like the special collections thing. I have this Barbie book there, and in the back there are some, actually just Ken for whatever reason, like fashion packs. Some are just the box still, some are just still on the card. And this display here of these Barbies is mainly the stronger pink colors, and that happens to be mainly the mid-90s dolls. So, and not only pink, but also like I have black in here, which rarely is to be seen in my collection, then darker blue. So these kind of make all sense, although they're not all, like there's also some from the like late 80s. And this is more like the era of like my childhood Barbies, although none of them apart from this Ken. This Ken was my childhood Ken. He's actually the hot skating Ken, but I don't have his outfit anymore. This is the actual doll that I played with, so yeah. But we have here, you know, Dr. Barbie, twirling ballerina, Ocean Friends, etc. So, she actually also was my childhood doll, not this one, but this is the childhood dress. This is still my childhood dress. Then I have a couple of Barbie animals here. So here we've got the giraffe that belongs to the Animal Loving line. Then we've got Animal Loving Barbie. And this is actually kind of a rare doll, I believe, because this is Saint-Tropez Barbie, but she has the bent arms and like tiny feet. So the ones that still look more like the 80s, early 80s. And she's supposed to be a variant from Greece. So probably one of my more special dolls, although she's, you know, just one of those beach babes. But she fits in really nice with this hot pink and black. So, or to the right, which is then the end of this first shelf. This will definitely change. You can already see a taste of what actually I want more in this corner, which is my mermaid dolls. So far I just like quickly put up my jewel hair mermaid that my friend Cotton Candy Kittens gifted me for my birthday. Yeah, this was also a childhood doll, and I think this spot at the side here would be really nice to display all my like mermaid Barbies, so probably these will go. What right now is here are kind of the only kind of collector level dolls that I have. I'm really focusing on Playline, 80s, 90s. That's my jam. These dolls, part of them are still 80s, 90s, but collector level. Like I still love that one here in the front. This is the spring. Don't remember what she was called. From one of those sets where there was every season they brought out one of those Barbies. Now we have two dolls of the world. This is a modern birthday Barbie, also a flea market find. So they make sense together as being more collector level dolls, but I don't get a kick out of them. I think I could take them out of the display or sell them or something like that. hidden in the back, or maybe I should go to this side, is like this Dolls of the World Princess series, Princess of Japan. She was not childhood doll, although that was clearly a time when I actually wasn't playing with Barbies anymore. My sister got her for me back then in 2003. And I was not thrilled because I was absolutely not into Barbies anymore. But she is still here. She lived at my sister's place for a very long time. My nieces played with her and she came back. So she is special, but still she is not really my taste of Barbie. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. Keep her or whatever. Especially with Barbies and with G1 My Little Ponies, I will not go super deep because I am planning to also do another separate video just for the pony collection and another separate video just for the Barbie collection again. I've done that with the Barbies like last summer. Since then it has changed a lot, but probably like the pony and the Barbie separate videos will then come, I don't know, maybe one in February after the next pony unboxing that I'm doing or something, and then Barbie again maybe in early summer, or I don't know. So let's get to the next shelf. So the next shelf it's also kind of in order of color. So on the left you can see a lot of whites, especially the very, very iridescent, crinkly fabrics that I love so much with Crystal Barbie, which is still not Crystal Barbie, it is still actually I think a Dream Date Barbie or the Springtime Magic Barbie, so one of those. Still don't have the correct doll, but whatever, like we have a birthday Barbie, we have my first princess and all of that down here with these crinkly fabrics. And then we have Midge and Ellen from Midge's Wedding Day. Very, very recent flea market find. The video will come up just probably in, I don't know, a couple of months. But you know I have them. The outfits are not complete, but the bulk of the outfits I do have. It's one of the very rare occasions that I do own a Midge. I think I only have 2 Midges in my collection. So rare to find them here. Yeah, we have some more. There's a little bit of purple going on here. I still have my Barbie plate up there. It's just so funny. It's a children's plate from the 90s, and I had something like this. I just had a Disney one. So, but it's so colorful and nice, and it very, very matches very well with. Now we're getting into the pink. So, got bedtime Barbie and twirling makeup, and the one in the back actually is just wearing a fashion pack. So. The Butterfly Princess doesn't have her dress yet. There's a Shani that I decided to keep in this dress, although she's the Jewel and Dazzle Shani, but she looks so good. And we have some dolls that are not in the correct dresses, and some do have their correct dresses. Like this is the Barbie from Midge's Wedding Day, so the bridesmaid. She could go over there with these, but for now she's still there. Ooh, the hair is in the way. And she's in the correct outfit, same as the Twinkle. No, not Twinkle. We're not at ponies. Sparkle Eye Barbie. She also does have most of her original outfit. But some dolls, like this is one of my Double Dream Glows. She's wearing part of Pink and Pretty Barbie's outfit, and this is my 1983 birthday Barbie. She's wearing a Special Collections outfit from the early 80s. So not all dolls do have their correct outfits. Some of them have, a lot of them have. I try to achieve that, but it's not always realistic because most, and like I think I try to calculate it, it's like 95% of my Barbies are from flea markets and fashions as well. So apart, like I think I have around 160 Barbies and around 10 I just bought online. So yeah, the chances of finding like always complete dolls out in the wild is not as high. So we have, here's for example also a doll with a haircut, but I really kind of think the haircut isn't even that bad. It's one of the very early 80s, my first Barbies. We have birthday Barbie, etc. And there is a big Barbie kind of a play set here. This is actually the Barbie bed and bath or something. I think it was just called like that. It is just such a cute aesthetic, so that's why it's in there. I try to not get into like Barbie furniture and houses and all of that. Like I have really no space for that. But for now, this one is fine, and it kind of rounds up this pink theme and matches so nice with the colors of her dress, because even this peach color is in the birthday Barbie's dress. Yeah, and from there on, we get into the yellow and more colorful. This is kind of my beach display, because this like ice cream maker set actually is, I think, from the California Dream line. And then we have a couple of Barbies that are just, you know, different beach lines. And we have some that are a little older, like the Skipper is definitely a late 70s one. She is in early 70s, the PJ, that's the original Malibu PJ. So, but we have stuff like Wet n Wild, and she's actually not a beach doll, but like All American, and yeah. But you see, I try to kind of match the colors. This is a lot of yellow, but then again, the pink tones go well with this play set here, etc. So this is like, I think, very in the beginning when I started collecting Barbies, it was so hard for me to display them because they look so different on shelves than ponies, for example, or like other toys, because they're just small, like slender but tall, and it looked so weird. Nothing matched together. But what helps me to find a way to display them definitely is by color. I mean, I don't have the issue that I have too many like different eras. I mean, I would go earlier than the 80s. You see, you have a couple of 70s dolls. Also this twist and turn there is from 71 probably, the Marvel Flip, and for example, you saw I have like Tootie and Tot. They are also like 60s and then it went into the 70s. So, but that's just not what I find. It's just not what in America you can go to any old like antique mall and find a bubble cut for a tenner or something. No, so, it's just not. It's not realistic. It's hard enough to find early 80s Barbies. It's mostly all 90s in case of Superstar that you find here. But so that gives me at least like everything looks cohesive in that way, and I don't go more modern than the 2000s. I have a couple of early 2000s dolls, but not in this display here at all. So that helps me keep it together as one unique kind of the way the Barbies just looked in that era. And then I go a little bit by era. So for example, we will get to this corner, it's more 80s, and like most of my 90s girls are still in these. So that helps. And then definitely color. Color is my big thing for me to how to make a Barbie collection look nice. But yeah, then let's get to those. Yeah, as I said, this shelf, especially more the left-hand side, is more of my like earlier 80s dolls, and that they also happen to match sometimes in color, so that was good. But okay, we also have a lot of 90s over there. But it starts with red, especially with black and red, which is not a color combination I go for in my collection very much. It's most of the toy lines I do love don't have these harsh like primary colors, especially not a lot of black. But it all started actually with this girl, which I found during the summer at a convention, the Toyplosion. She is the only supersized Barbie that I have, and it's not an original outfit. Yeah, I said in the video I will probably make her another like outfit myself. I'm a seamstress, I could do that, but realistically I don't find time to make that. So she kept staying in that outfit, and she was always like at the left side here because this is the best space for her. She is obviously very, very tall, so sitting on this shelf was great. And then it kind of happened that I had more other dolls that had more red in it, and also with black, etc. And that's how this more red corner happened, and I actually really like it. So we have a Malibu Christie there, obviously not original outfit. This is one of the suntanned, oh my goodness, sensational Malibu. I don't know, the one with the tanning lines, and he's wearing like something from Baywatch, Ken, whatever. This is like actually a doll that's not even really in the Barbie family. This is Star, from like kind of a spin-off line, but we have Hispanic Barbie, and then it gets into, still there's red, but there's also white, and there's blue with black. You know, we have the European version of the 1980 Western Barbie, and one of my Loving You Barbies, and this is, I can definitely say, my favorite Barbie of the 80s. This is Peaches and Cream, and she is, I can just stare at her and like just be happy. She's so pretty, but she's the only one that I have with this kind of color, but as her accents are a little like dark orange, kind of, it still works with the red, and then we are getting into the pink era. Pink era. This was also already pink box era. We have an early 80s ballerina, and then like in the back there my angel face and day to night and dream glow and all of those beauties here. Another one of my first Barbies in her original outfit from the early 80s, like early mid 83, 84 or something. Fashion jeans, a lot of them you have not seen on the channel yet. For example, these are also still pretty new to my collection, so you will see them in one of the next flea market videos that comes up. I have so many pre-filmed already. So yeah, she's actually just a double, so it's my third Dream Glow that I have. I just love Dream Glow. Like, after Peaches and Cream, I would say Dream Glow is my favorite 80s girl. And she's still in this outfit. I unboxed this outfit in one of my Vlogmas videos, and she looks so good in it. So she's on display, although she's in 100% double of her, because they even have the same production country. She is a different production country, so that also. But even, I don't know, I could see myself collecting a lot of Dream Glow Barbies, because they have such a pretty face, and yeah, I don't know. I would say my second favorite 80s doll. Then we have the two Jeweled Secrets dolls that I have. The Whitney is obviously not wearing her original outfit. I don't have any of those pieces. And then we're getting into an area here that's, yeah, you could say more 90s. We have the duo of the Ice Capades, although in Europe this was named Holiday on Ice, and she is completely pink. The US version has also blue in it, but this is kind of it goes into the blue. You saw here it started with blue, it was still pink, it was somehow darker pink and also a little darker blues here, so it started here with blue, completely blue outfit, the bluest doll I do have, and then it gets again into pink, blue, something like that. So I don't know, I'm really driven by color in all of my decisions where I put my dolls. We have a Skipper, we have, it's actually also just a double. This is not the Tooth Fairy Barbie, but I love this dress so much. Yeah, more typical 90s, the angel, Bubble Angel. And here we have actually the Heart Family, which is not even really Barbie, but I do have kind of this set together, and they look good because they're blue and pink in this era here. Area, I don't know why I always say era is something else. Yeah, another ballerina, and actually the one that stands out the most because she looks so not good here is my Teen Talk, but I still don't have a lot of Teen Talk pieces, so yeah. And on, can you even really see that? Yeah, on the right hand side of this, it kind of finishes with another tall doll. She's in the same like size as we saw on the left hand side there. She is in the same scale. She is the Pretty Dreams Barbie from 1995, so she is a soft doll, so plush body. Yeah, so she can definitely not stand, so sitting here in the corner is definitely the best. I am doing this on the channel and also like really like collecting toys kind of like seriously really since 2020 really, although I was a toy collector like only actually focusing on D1 My Little Ponies before that. I have been doing that since the early 2010s, like 2013 or something, but I was super slow and just like a couple of pieces here and there. But really since 2020, like, you know what happened in that year, like I threw my other hobby a little bit off the board because it was just not really useful. I was a cosplayer really before that, and I focused really strongly onto what I've never been able to do before, because I was focusing so much on just doing costumes that I never had time for the toys that I actually really liked and that I wanted to incorporate into my life. And at that point suddenly I had time, and since then I started like really getting into all the other toy lines. I'm going to flea markets, but I'm also buying online, so this is always a mix of things. And from here it is probably the best thing to continue with this shelf that's right like on the right hand side of it. It's a kind of two corner shelves that I think have not changed too much. At least a lot of these parts have not changed, but some have changed. Yeah, we're taking a step back from Barbie. We are getting back to Barbie at one point, but here at the top we have my Keypers collection. So at the very top, all of the horses that I have. So these are all in the same, so the two on the right and the two on the left, they are the original Keypers horses that are in the same mold, so the diamond mold. And in the middle, this one, as you can see, even the foot mold is a little bit different, or leg mold, whatever. This is also not an original Keeper, so this is one of the Lucky Bell horses. I have another one, this one, and yeah, I say this is my Keepers collection or my Keepers shelves. There's also other stuff on it, because like the Lucky Bell ponies are not Keepers, they just reuse parts of the mold or are very, very similar, also in size and style. They are, you could say they are a knockoff toy line, but they're actually very, very beautiful. And then I have a couple of fakie ponies on here. My only like crumpet fakie, and then I have one of these like wearing Simba fakies here. By the way, this one's rehaired, so and also repainted, so. But the rest is Keepers, and this collection has not really changed a lot. I have not added a lot of new Keepers since you've seen it the last time. I have, you know, baby Keepers and adult Keepers, mostly always from the second wave with the glittery eyes and the long hair. So it's kind of hard to find the first wave Keepers in Germany. So I have none of them. And then, you know, some of the horses are obviously from the third waves. I think the only Keeper that has joined my Keepers collection since the last big collection tour is this one. This was a super, super generous gift from one of my viewers. She sent me a huge box with so much stuff, and one of the highlights in it was this Keeper snail. This is even her original thing. So I don't also have a lot of the soft goods for Keepers. I mean, I have this for the swan, there's a little bit, but yeah. And one very sad thing is a lot of my Keepers I got that were pretty discolored, and I like did really good, changed them to their original color with the, you know, the with the retro briding technique and all of that, but they changed back. This buggy here, this thing, this playset, yeah, it's yellow again. I changed it back to white. It changed back over a couple of years, maybe. I have that since 2 years, for 2 years, sorry. It changes back. Also, this part gets orange again. This, you cannot see it, but the umbrella from the back gets, you know, greenish blue again. A lot of the stuff I'm really not happy. The bunny, you cannot really see it, also gets back to kind of this colored state. There's not a lot of sun in my apartment anyways. In the summer everything is blocked by big trees, and in the winter, well, there's not a lot of sun, and it never reaches back here. So it's really not from direct sunlight or anything. It just gets back to this kind of state. Yeah, with normal UV light. I don't know if it even would happen if you would store it in boxes, but it's just, and I cannot redo this retro brighting all the time. It's just what happens. Yeah, the next ones here, those have changed. They probably still give off a similar vibe as before, because those are probably my most like eclectic, busy shelves, but I have actually tried to like match more of the same toy line in one shelf, etc. So you will see that, because here in the back row there's most of my little secrets. Here's another one. She's in the front because she is just the one in the best condition. This one you have not seen. This is a flea market find from that has not been part of my Vlogmas series. A lot of them I have obviously added during Vlogmas. Actually, they are kind of strapped on this box, which is actually an original Littlest Pet Shop box. I don't know. That was the only way they kept standing up, where you cannot really see the box, but I have it for a very long time. I've seen it for a very long time on my shelf. It's okay that it's currently covered. And then I tried to put my Snuggle Bums, Snuggle Pets also all on this shelf. So these three and this one, they are here. In between on these shelves often are a lot of the McDonald's Barbies. For example, here's one. And then I have a bunch of other stuff. Popples, if I have small popples, like these 3 pocket popples and this little pocket, I mean, it's a popple that really is a pocket. Those are there. Yeah, smaller things like fakies, G3, what were they called? Breezies. The only one of the magic diaper babies that I put out. I have a bunch, but I don't really like them, so I don't display them. They were more like a flea market find that I thought I would give to my friend who really collects them, but it turned out she had all of them. So one little Digimon, one little Furby. Things like these I would never really pick up myself, but it was also a gift from a subscriber. So, and it is a cute color. It kind of makes sense here. Oh yeah, I didn't even address it. One of my 2 Magic MotU horses. Yeah, this shelf is kind of blocked by, you see these staring eyes there. Yeah, my Lovelylocks, I love it. It works, it has a baby, it is funny, it is crazy, but it takes up so much room. It is so deep. I couldn't push it further back. It's the furthest I can get because it is so deep. It is, I don't know, the size of 5 Furbies, I would probably say. So it kind of blocks a lot of space here, but I really don't know where else to put it. So, and for now I have arranged everything quite nice. On this shelf I tried to put most of my kind of dinosaur toy lines. We have Lil Miss Dinosaur. We have a couple of Darling Dinos here, smaller ones. This is kind of a Simba little dinosaur. These came with the Cave Club. Well, it's not a dinosaur, but you know what I mean with the Cave Club dolls. So modern, 2000s, 90s, a little mix together. This is also like 1999, so very, very late 90s. Yeah, I can kind of probably the bunch of my McDonald's Barbies, kind of a lot of them, more fakies, more breezies. This funny mermaid, which has the face mold actually of the Cherry Mary Muffins. So, yep, it's just bigger. And here, one of my absolutely new favorite toys, my only My Pretty Mermaid that I have for now. For now she's just here because like I thought mermaid makes sense, but I definitely plan to get more of those. And in the back there is a beautiful fakie pony on card, or the other way around. The fakie ponies that are in there are not that beautiful, but the card artwork is really cute. That's why I always kept it like this. And this was a shelf that I previously did not really like because it had also a lot of different things, and it had my Moondreamers on it sometime, and those are very pastel, and then I added Carebears and da-da-da. Now I really like it because it has these stronger colors. It has, you know, the more Strawberry Shortcake and Carebears colors, which I think Carebears can also really be very pastel, like these guys here, the plushies. But I think the vinyl figures have more like of these primary strong colors, you know, rainbow colors really, and not a lot of pastels. and that's why I think they pair really well with the strawberry shortcakes. Yeah, this is my strawberry shortcake collection. They're all vintage. I don't have any reproductions anymore out. I had one reproduction strawberry shortcake, but yeah, I don't have any doubles on display. All of my doubles are in worse condition. This is like the best conditions of the dolls that I have. And these little animals, love them. Here's a Funko Pop Care Bear, or actually also had a purple Funko Pop up there. I do like the Funko Pops that are like based on, you know, vintage toys. So a couple of them I have. For example, there's also this Rainbow Brite, which someone just told me is really, really rare and expensive already. I don't know, I also got it just as a gift. So thank you, Tommy. I definitely will always keep this one. This is just so cute. And you know, Rainbow Brite also goes really well with these colors. So I also have this little, this is vintage, like a vintage Rainbow Brite eraser there. No, not eraser, sorry. Pencil sharpener. But yeah, the rest that I have from the Rainbow Brite toy line obviously is too big for this little shelf because they're big plushies, etc. Yeah, and we have the little Care Bear vinyls, which I'm really proud how this collection grew already. You might think, well, they're everywhere, right? Why is it difficult? It's not that easy to find them over here. Only found one at a flea market at one point, which was this one. All the others are actually from conventions or toy stores outside of Germany. So yeah, now we have a couple of the strawberry shortcake minis and some other stuff. I think this is actually also from a Funko Pop, which yeah, this is the one that belongs to this Funko Pop there. Yeah. And from that corner, which now seems very dark because I've changed the lighting situation, we are turning now to this one. So my main wall, which is mostly what you see behind me when I'm filming videos, which is where my collection started out. So this was the first part where I had some toys in back in 2020, and it has evolved so much. And the biggest change on this wall from my last big collection tour video is actually that this is now open. This used to have like a wooden door, so the same wood as the rest is, and there were books and stuff behind. So I changed that completely. I took off the normal wooden door, and I wanted to have it so kind of a little similar to this, because here is obviously a glass door with all of my ponies behind, but I couldn't figure out a way to really make a door. And it also would not have worked, because when I'm filming in this direction here, usually I'm sitting somewhere here, and I obviously need always to open up the door to don't have the glare of my light. It would not have worked, because from this angle you also see these ponies, and then when I've had a door here, you would not have seen, you just would have had glare on these ponies. So I needed something to completely take off, and I have figured out how to do it. So right now you see there's nothing, but usually what's there is this big acrylic, it's not a door because you cannot just open it. It's just a big acrylic piece that's the same size as, you know, this shelf, and I have magnets here. And the, you know, magnets on the other side. So there, and that works. I just take it in my hands, put it there. Obviously cannot do it with one hand right now. So the ponies are usually behind glass. It's just when I'm filming, they are kind of out out in the air. I think this is the biggest thing that changed on here. The rest is very similar. Sure, I shifted ponies around in terms of which pony lines are where, but also here, I think the only thing that has changed is up there. But let's start on the right corner there. This used to be one of my childhood shelves. I have kept this since forever. Yeah, the most recent place is directly over my door that goes into my kitchen. By the way, if you're interested in my kitchen here is actually where the G1 My Little Pony wall clock went. But yeah, let's get back here. I just was thinking about it. I wanted to put up toy lines that are super pastel here, mainly Moondreamers and some Cupcake dolls and some random toys. Also this Sky Dancers, there's this one Sky Dancer, these are Sky Dancer launchers, this and this. So, and it has not changed too much, I just have added a couple more things. I don't know which things. For example, you know, the little glow friend there I probably added, you know, these fakie ponies up there and the little beauty ponies. I have shifted a couple of things around. By the way, there's my one and only Dream Beauty for My Little Pony. They're just not in my budget, so I cannot collect very much more of them. Then, you know, fakies and original toy lines. I really love the Moondreamers. They are a toy line where a lot of the parts glow in the dark, especially the hair of these dolls, or on the polar bear and the lion, also a couple of pieces glow in the dark. And yeah, this is a custom pony up there that also glows in the dark. So a lot of the stuff on this shelf actually glows in the dark, especially also the glow friend, etc. So it is a mix of very pastel colors and glow in the dark toys. I would just say it like this. Yeah, it has changed a bit, but probably not too much from the last you saw it. What I have done is, for whatever reason, like, I thought that this is a good place for the little Zelfs that I have. Zelfs are a more modern toy line. I think they're from the mid 2010s. And I just like them. I don't know, I do not really like the, you know, original treasure trolls, etc. from the 80s, 90s. But they remind me of it, but are way cuter. So I have a couple of, I only like buy them when I find them at flea markets in the wild. So the little ones, they did not have any space on there anymore. They always fell down anyways. But like this, they're kind of tucked in there. They cannot even fall. And there's like a mid-size one that's also there. I think it's kind of strange to have them there, but also they don't fall and they look quite funny there. So yeah, this is my two little Zelfs, and I would say now we're getting to this shelf, which has changed, but not in a way what's like the meaning of the shelf, but more like I took a couple of things out because I needed more space for these Poopsies. Then probably the most modern shelf that I have, because like the majority of this is kind of the Poopsie Slime Surprise adjacent thingies, two more Zelfs, and then a couple of dolls from doll lines that I actually don't collect, but I decided to keep, like one example or something. So mostly it's like, you know, the small cutie tooties, the mid-sized little animal thingies here, the sparkly critters, and then a couple of the fantasy friends, which are a little more dolls, but still they have the slime gimmick, etc. I never was into the slime thing at all. I just think the sculpts, the colors, the way they look, it's just adorable, and I only pick them up at flea markets. So this is all from flea markets, except for I think this one I once got new. This is like even a different line. Again, this is kind of belongs together. It has also, now it doesn't have a slime gimmick anymore, but you know, QT unicorns, that's what they are called. I think I'm missing 3 more or 2 more, don't remember, but yeah. And then I have one of the big Poopsie Slime Surprise unicorn thingies. It's just like, I don't know, it kind of matches all together with these different toy lines that at one point obviously became then the Rainbow High, which I know right now they're kind of getting back and implementing slime into Rainbow High again. That's a whole other thing. I don't think that I should pair it together. I just like these little Poopsies here on its own. In the back, these 3 dolls, all very different doll lines. Well, not super different, but whatever. With one Mycene, that's the one that has this crazy gimmick where you can push buttons at her back and she changes her her facial impressions. Then we have one Ever After High and one Bratz. My only Bratz, my only Ever After High, my only My Scene. I actually do have two Cave Club dolls, but it's the only one I like decided to keep on display. And then I have one Monster High. So I'm not like planning on like making any of these collections bigger. I'm happy. All of them are, I mean, I bought the Cave Club doll new, but all of the rest is still flea market finds. And it's really the thing when I think there's one doll of these kind of important and popular, and like I acknowledge I'm interested in those doll lines, but I'm not really collecting them. But I find one at a flea market that I really vibe with, that I really think this is the one. For example, that happened with this Names and Monster High. She is definitely from this from that circus like line, Freak to Chic, which I think is probably one of the best lines, I don't know. And I found her and I just fell in love with the look of her. And this was the only Bratz that I ever thought, oh, she has a cute face. I don't know, I usually don't like Bratz. I usually like My Scene, I really like them, but I cannot collect everything, so I'm not collecting those. And those are obviously all outside of my actual, you know, 80s, 90s era thing. You know, they are like 2000s, 2010s, etc. So yeah, this is this shelf. And getting down a little bit, we have G4 My Little Ponies, and then the last rows are G3 My Little Ponies. So yeah, we're getting into the ponies. I don't have a lot to explain here other than I want to keep these two shelves just for G4 My Little Ponies. I have way more, but I have decided to take them out of the display and only like have the characters and I still have a lot of some of the characters, you know, all of these Fluttershy's, but in versions that are really different. I don't want to have like 5 Twilight Sparkles that all look super similar. And I also like every time I put a new G4 pony in, I'm taking one other out, and it happens mostly that I take the reboot versions out. I mean, here I still have, for example, a reboot version of Rainbow Dash in there, and then even another one, so these would probably go next out of the display. I really like the G4 ponies that have the original body types, so from 2010 up until 2016. Those I like the most. The exceptions when some characters were not even made in this style, or they are much more expensive or more difficult to get, then I still would keep the reboot versions. And for example, the sea ponies, there's no versions that are different. They started doing like sea ponies at the point when the look had changed a little bit. Yeah, on the top they have squished so much in a lot of my fakie princesses, which I kind of think some of them are really, really funny. You know, the bigger ones, so the royal sized ponies. Here still some of the others mid-size range, and then the rest is, you know, the small ponies. And yeah, just want to give you an overview. A lot of Twilight still, but most of them are pretty different. And we have a couple more. Some of them are more rarer ponies. Those I mostly bought online, but the bunch of my G4s are all from flea markets as well. So Cheerilees and a lot of Pinkie Pies. And whenever I have the matching like little pet, or I just have one of those pets, then I'm trying to squish them in. For example, I think this is the correct hedgehog that goes to Pinkie Pie, but then again, this could be the correct one that goes to this pony, or to this I don't remember, but most often I just put them randomly in. And there's even some like this. This is not even a G4 pet. This is, I think, a Hatchimal. But it's a little alligator, so why not put it to Pinkie Pie? Yeah. So, and you probably guessed it, they are arranged by color. So we had the purples, goes into the pinks, a little bit pink. Then I couldn't divide the Cutie Mark Crusaders. They're not matched by color, but they're just in there. I just love them. But then we have all of the oranges, and the oranges get into the yellows, and the yellows get into the whites, etc. And then blue, and then different types of blue into this greenish blue. So yeah, some ponies are not in the spots concerning the color, because they have big wings, like this plumette, for example. Or some of them I had to take off the wings, like this Fluttershy. Yeah, I really try to maintain these two shelves as my G4 pony collection, and whenever I add a new pony, I'm also become very picky with, you know, G4 ponies that I really buy at flea markets. Some variants I keep, like these two, they're actually variants, but they are kind of different enough for me. But mostly I try to have one character or different versions of the character only out, and then mostly no reboot ponies anymore. Here I still have a couple of the baby C ponies of the 4th generation, although here we are actually already with G3s, but I don't know, they keep very well in their little shells this time, not shelves, in there, and I don't know, it's just funny. Here's also Spike as a pufferfish on the side. But yeah, from G4 we get into G3. By the way, I adore Friendship is Magic. That's my favorite piece of My Little Pony media that has ever been done. That's why I also do love the G4 ponies. Although, like, from the body and the statue wise, etc., I obviously really prefer G1 and also G3. G3 especially because it's the most similar to the 1st generation. Yeah, I think this shelf, or these 4 shelves, have not changed too much, because here and there I have just added a couple of G3 ponies. That's why a couple of spots are already, again, really crowded. But also we have the white ponies. Then it gets into white ponies with blue hair. Now we've got the blue ponies. She is in the front because I want to have like her hair hanging out. Then we get into the purple ponies. And especially this spot is so cramped and crowded. I don't know, there's just too many purple or purplish pink G3 ponies. Also, I have no doubles on display anymore at all. For a while I still had that, but yeah, getting into the purplish, pinkish ponies. And obviously we're continuing with more pink. All of the pinks, light pinks, because we had already darker pink here, etc. Yeah, some colors are a little difficult, like what is this? Is this pink? Is this red? Is it peach? I don't know, but then we have like green, blue ponies, and at the very bottom a lot of orange, yellow, and this is kind of something that in the very near future probably needs to change, because for example, for this Tinker Tinker 2, I did not even have a place anymore within the purple shelf, so that was the only spot left. And then here's most of my G3 baby ponies, but also the G3.5s. And although I try, like I still want to have every of the main characters of the core 7 from the G3/G3.5 line. I want to have one of those. I think I am. Do I have? I think I don't have a Tula Rula of that one, but a couple of doubles I still have out, you know, because they're two very different Rainbow Dashes, two very different Pinkie Pies, but they probably have to go out of the display at one point. At one point, I really need to just have them in a box, own them, it's fine, but I cannot display them because that would definitely make more space for a lot of more G3 ponies here. Yeah. Because I also have no idea where I would continue like putting G3s other than this shelf. Maybe at the side here, maybe a very, very like shallow shelf from this side then, or other than that, I have no idea. And I still do find G3s here and there at flea markets that I don't have. There's just so many different G3 ponies out there, it's crazy. Getting back from the bottom to the top of the next shelf. So This is actually the spot where I have my Rainbow Brite toys. It's not a big collection, it's not a priority to collect Rainbow Brite, but I really like it. The colors are very strong again, different than My Little Pony, for example, but it kind of still works. And most of the toys are really big, so the only space I have is like on top of something. So this is the biggest Rainbow Brite doll. She would not fit in any of the shelves, like really. So I just have a couple of the sprites, a couple of the mini sprites that belong to the dolls. This one big doll, the sprite hilariously is wearing one of the outfits, one baby sprite. And I actually do have way more of the cassette tapes. They're somewhere else. It's just a double cassette tape that I thought looks cute when Rainbow Brite is holding it. Yeah, this is not Rainbow Brite, but I just thought it just goes with the vibe. It's cute. I don't know what toy line this is. This was in a plushie lot that I acquired at one point. Obviously not for this. I bought the plushie lot, I think, because of this one thing that you will see over there. Yeah, the top actually is still Rainbow Brite, My Little Pony playset thingies, and then the mountain of plush. Gonna get to there, but I probably will change it very, very soon. But first, I don't know, let's keep it going with the My Little Pony playset thingies on here. Ooh. Can we have a little more light? Yeah, at least like this. I mean, you can see it's directly under my ceiling. I'm standing on like, what is it called? Ladder? Is it called like that? And yeah, it's not that easy to get super good lighting up here for you, but I don't know, that's what we have to deal with. Yeah, I have the baby buggy, not in the box, but it's almost complete, I think now, with baby cuddles. We have the pretty parlor, the normal version, and I have the box, although it is kind of cramped in there, and I plan to put it at one point over there with the other play sets, because this is the place that I at one point want to have most of like My Little Pony play sets. I will always keep the Dream Castle up here because this is the main thing. It's one of the centerpieces. It's lovely. I have the box. It's a French box, Mon Petit Poney, Château Féerique. And I just love the Dream Castle. It's one of my favorite pieces. Yes, 3 Majesties right now here. I think one of them is kind of, you know, a double because I have 2 of them that have the purple eyes and one that has the blue eyes. So, but this one is in such nice condition, so I don't know, I don't want to give it up. We have Spike here, and no, this is not an original dragon. No, this is a fakie, I don't know what, dragon that actually glows in the dark, but it has a similar vibe to Spike, so why not put it also on the Dream Castle? Yeah, and I would say we continue with My Little Pony, and then work our way over there. Or maybe when we are finished with this unit, get into my bedroom for those toys, and then we get to this big wall over there. So yeah, I have already talked about that this has changed because it previously, like a year ago, was not like open, but yeah, it's to have more ponies on the shelves, like the more G1 My Little Ponies. I display them all with, you know, self-made shelf risers. They're just cardboard. And yeah, that always takes it's pretty exhausting to make them, especially when I had this project and I needed to make like shelf risers for all of these cabinets at once. But it worked out. It was a time that I had in the summer when I really was focusing just on getting that like right. And yeah, at the top I always, like here and also on the other side, have my collector's pose ponies. You will see my army of Lemon Drops and Peaches. They're all different. I don't have just armies of ponies that are the exact same. They're all different variants, all of them. So that makes sense. Then I have some of my birth flower ponies and my only, like, you know, the special birth flower versions that were just sold in Australia and some I think Iceland or something, so very Nordic countries. Very expensive. I also just got it as a gift because most of my ponies, yes, I do buy online. It's very, very dry in terms of G1 My Little Ponies. Here out in the wild, you don't really find anything. So the bulk of my collection is from online, but I still try to have affordable prices for ponies. So there's really rarely that there's a pony that I pay like 100 or something for. Like most of my ponies, I try to get around the 15 to 20 euro/dollar range. So yeah, just as a heads up. Here we have a lot of other early ponies. You know, some of the first Earth ponies, some of the first unicorns and Pegasi, then more of the second set of Earth ponies. And in the front, most often here, apart from the shelves which have the collector's post ponies, the front are always baby ponies. So this is one of the, I think it's even a German only baby pony set. But you know, some of these characters never made it to the US, like baby Cheryl's Jubilee or baby Buttons, etc. So really proud to have those. Those are somewhat expensive ponies, but I think I paid most for baby Cheryl's Jubilee. That was like around 30, 32. So yeah, sometimes you just need to do that. Or you wait for a very, very long time until you find them. But with ponies, I'm a little more impatient than with other toy lines. Then on the next compartment here we have my Twinkle-Eyed ponies. First set, a couple of the second set, some that are not really in the line, like from the party gift set, etc., etc. So, but all are Twinkle-Eyeds. Love that because that gives very, very strong colors, very bright and colorful, and that also matches with the vibe of the Sunshine ponies down here. Well, this is not one of the Sunshine ponies, it's a European single pony, but yeah, she is a summer holiday pony, so she goes well. Then we have the Afro-Tooth baby ponies and a couple more European babies, like these two, that were in the US just released with the Betty by Eyes. Oh, here we have the baby bow tie, which I think is, not sure if it was released in Germany, but like France and UK definitely had those. The next shelf, we have Russian Grow ponies, we have the Candy Cane Curl ponies, and we have the Sunday Best ponies. And then in the front again babies, this time Fancy Pants babies and some of the Playtime baby brothers, which were also merged together in one set here in Germany, so that's why they are there. I have variants, so this is not a double, this is a variant, for example. This has the long streak and this has the short streak, and this is not cut, so this is really like that. Yeah, definitely want to also get the other variants because some of these ponies also do have other variants. Okay, I think I need to get more light again. The further down I get, the less light here is, obviously. In the back row there are actually right now just two ponies, one So Soft and one Deflocked So Soft. So I think this will again become something for So Soft ponies. And we have the Sweetberry ponies and a mail order, so Goldilocks. We have 4 of the merry-go-rounds, one Lonely Firefly over there because it does not go to a specific set. It was also a single release. That, oh, by the way, I should have actually mentioned that before. My G1, my first generation My Little Ponies, the ones from the 80s, I display by set. Most of this other stuff, so all of these other ponies here, obviously the G3s and the G4s also kind of came in sets, but I'm A, less knowledgeable about that, and B, they don't always make sense. In sets, they don't have like the same vibe as, for example, we have like the merry-go-round ponies. They all have like the same features. With G3, it's not really that. In one like pony release set, there are sometimes ponies that have completely different features, etc. So those are color, those are by set. All of my G1s are kind of like displayed by set. And for a lot of them, I do have the whole set complete. Missing sometimes variants or whatever, but for a lot of them, I don't have the sets complete. For example, it's 4, but the set is actually a 6 pony set. 2 of them were just released in the US. I always complain about that, but that's the reality. A lot of the ponies of the mid, like mid era of the generation 1, so like late 80s, mid to late 80s, a lot of the sets in Europe were smaller sets, and then in the US some of these ponies just came out. Whatever. In the front is actually interesting because these are not vintage ponies. This little set of baby ponies here is actually from the HQ G1 Custom Pony Group. They are making toys, new toys, in factory, but they're actually still more on a custom level because they're not official G1 My Little Ponies or whatever. They're not really affiliated with Hasbro or have any licenses, but they kind of produce them in factory but make new ponies. So these ponies have never been released. They are kind of customs. Sorry, that was the doorbell. That was not even a package for me. That was delivered. It's just for one of my neighbors. Whatever. Where was I? Here. This is one of my more rare ponies that I have, because this is a Dutch exclusive. So at the very end of the G1 My Little Pony line, when a lot of countries didn't have ponies anymore, the US, for example, and only Europe had ponies. And even after that, the Netherlands, for whatever reason, made some more ponies. They were the last country to release G1s, still in 1994, around that time, even maybe 95. And they made some variants of other ponies, and this is a Dutch variant of Starlight. So yeah, I happened to find it at a convention from a Dutch seller back there. So, and they didn't know what they had. I told them, but I still got it for a very, very cheap price. So, oh my goodness, even lower. I think my light situation is not really gonna handle it, but yeah, I think you can still see. So this bottom shelf is mainly my European ponies, sets that were in the end of the line or later on only released in Europe. We have, for example, school time ponies, play school baby ponies, cookery ponies, flower ponies, etc., etc., or hairdo ponies. Most of these sets are not complete because even here in Europe, they might not be difficult to find, but people start to, you know, charge a lot for them. So it's not very realistic that all of these lines I will have completed in a very like in the near future. Right here in the middle, this is, for example, one of the pony sets that I don't have behind glass. It's just this now gave me the idea I could maybe also get myself one of these acrylic pieces and put it also here with the magnets. But then again, I don't know, there's not a lot of space to put it here because you see I have all of these lights installed. You might have seen it. It's not the most pleasure to look at, just in terms of, you know, all the cables, but especially in the dark it really pays off. I really love that I have all of these colorful lights on my toy shelves. Yeah, but still, although not behind glass, this is one of my pride and joy collections. I love the Flutter ponies, so I have a complete set of the official original Flutter ponies, and on the side here I have two of the Flutter style ponies from the HQ G1 Custom Group. So I have Hollywood, and but the wings are obviously reproduction wings. Down below in this kind of big compartment that usually actually it was also something closed where I just took the door off. I have my bigger size toddler style dolls, which is not really any type of toy that I actually super like. So you will not find any big baby dolls or anything toddler dolls like American Girl size dolls whatsoever. No, but there were a couple of these, actually 2 or 3 mainly doll lines in the early 90s that are just too cute. Although they are in this size that I actually don't like dolls to be in, I cannot like neglect them. I still want to like have them. So it's the Lil Miss line. We have, for example, one of the Lil Miss line is this mermaid here, very, very famous. You can't even see she's a mermaid, but she has a mermaid tail. Or the one in the middle, tucked in the back there, I don't know, can you see her? There's this Lil Miss Magic hair. You know, these are just cute. They are so like their faces, the eyes, everything is pink and glittery, and they're just very, very, very cute, although it's not my favorite type of toys. Now we have the PJ Sparkles line, where this girl belongs. She belongs there. Also the soft doll here in the middle, and this pony here. Attention, I mean, it will flash now. So the PJ Sparkles dolls all have, you know, sparkling features with lights. So, and then I have some more Mattel dolls that's also similar. This is, you know, the Secrets line, you could say, the Sally Secrets, and there's Penny Secrets, which I don't have. And in the back, there's actually the only doll that's not by Mattel. This is Susie Snapshot. I think she was made by Galoop. Yeah, and in the front I have a couple more things that just go with the color scheme very well. My two big snuggle bums. I have a Turtle Tot there, and, you know, Modern Polly Pocket, and a couple of Puppy Surprise puppies. This is where it all started. As I said, behind this door here, this is where my first, like, toy collection that was so small, it all started in there. And obviously, you know it, if you have watched more of my videos, this is where the bulk of my Little Ponies are, you know, G1, and also here G1. I have one more side, like on over to the left, there's also a lot of G1 ponies, but yeah, I really just love how it is. I just think it doesn't look too different from the last time you saw it. Still, just sometimes the sets change around, and I don't know, the Rock and Beats were maybe not on here but somewhere else, etc. But yeah, beginning top thing here, collector's pose ponies, mainly the first 6 in variants. So I try to have all of the first 6 as flat feet ponies. I'm almost there. I'm only missing, like you can see it from the bottom, these are all flat feet, except that's an Argentinian Minty, flat feet. The second row is like variants from other countries. There's Macau ponies in there, there's Italians, etc. And on the top, these are 2 others that in Europe were also released in a collector's pose, Bowtie and Applejack. Same as I had it there. Early pony lines on here, like the Rainbow ponies, the first set. Okay, not that early, this set, but these are kind of, try to put here the movie star ponies, European set. Most of these ponies in the US came out flocked, although this is one of the US ponies, but deflocked. But yeah, this is kind of more like European thingies here. Also these are, by the way, not doubles, so they're variants. One is a Hong Kong version, like I think this is the Hong Kong snowflake, not drop, snowflake, and this is the Italian one. So when you see kind of ponies that look the same, mostly they're not doubles, they're variants. And there's so many G1 My Little Pony variants, so you're never done collecting if you're going for that. But also if you just want to have each, like one pony of each character or what, it just will never be done. More of the early pony sets, so some of the kind of second sets that had like unicorns and Pegasi in there. This is the earliest baby pony set, and yeah, you can see from these somewhat pastel girls we're getting to the super neon ponies here. Let's get a little more light. Can we do that? In the back there are the super bold tropical ponies and the rollerblade ponies. This is the only instance where I really have a double. I don't know, I cannot get rid of any of them. One was a flea market find. This is really a double, there's no variants in these ponies, but whatever. Then we have the Rock and Beats, we have the Dance and Prance, and some other sets which are not really complete. I have a couple of the Betty by Eyes, then we have one of the Sun Dazzle, Sweetheart Sisters, and a European set, the Bedtime Newborns. Yeah, but here I still have them by set, but still, you see, I still do it by color as well, because yeah, the bold colors, yeah, the soft colors. Then here we have just very nice, colorful colors. Is that a word? No, Oh, but I think you know what I mean. Like vibrant colors, still not neons anymore like we had on this shelf. In the back, this is the full set of the Chick Message ponies. Then we have the full set of the first set of the Twice as Fancies. It goes into kind of, this is all also Twice as Fancy, although not all of them are from the second set. There's also like single releases, like the birthday pony, or like ponies that came from play sets that are also Twice as Fancy. So, and Twice as Fancy, if you don't know what that means, it's the symbol is not just on the flank, it's all over the body. That these are always Twice as Fancies. Yeah, here, one of my favorites. And some of the ponies that I ultimately paid the most for here. And the front row, the newborn baby ponies. And yeah, we again need more light. Oh my God. So softs in the back. And then we're getting to 2 rows of different Sweetheart Sister ponies from different sets, the glittery ones, the normal ones, some that are from like other sets, like the pretty ponies, just pretty, what were they called? I think so. Here we have a whole row of Betty by Eyes. I know a lot of people really dislike them. I think some of the poses are still cute, like the little unicorn pose is still adorable. And with ponies, I want to have them all, although I'm not the biggest fan of this pose here, but I still love them. And I don't plan on changing their eyes. I mean, there are customizers who take the insert eyes out and then just sculpt a normal eye over it and paint it like normal ponies' eyes, but I want to have them original, so to say. Can we get even down below here? This is the back row are, oh my goodness, Precious Pocket. Those are the Precious Pocket ponies, and then the 2 talking ponies, which makes sense because they have the same pose as the Precious Pocket, but you can see those have open mouths and they are a little bit smaller, so it's technically not the same pose, but you can see. Then here we have a second set of rainbow ponies, and I try to have some more special rainbow ponies here, also second set / Europe German set. So the ones on the left are all from the German rainbow pony set. I know I don't have Nachtlicht or Regentropfen, so nightlight. I don't have those, for example, but I'm hoping at one point I can add them because I'm from Germany and I want to have the German exclusive ponies. Here we have UK exclusive and some others that were not released like this in the US. This is, for example, the Italian variant, and here also a UK variant of like this pony. It's just in a different pose. You can see that confetti. This is actually one of my only like customs also that I have still, and some like mail orders here in the front. So now we are at the left side here. I was already talking about this. This is not really a part of my collection that I'm particularly proud of. I never really wanted to collect plushies. It's just not what I like most, but it happened. There are just so many plushie lines that I actually really learned to love, like Popples, for example. We've got Popples here. Then I've kind of a lot of Doodle Bears also over here. More Popples, and then some randoms like some Shishi and some like at least a little bit of Furby representation here, lots and lots of legs, etc. But this is really a mountain of plushies. By the way, here's a Lil Brush-a-Loves. That was a crazy find. Not that I directly found it, but that was in this plushie lot where, for example, this little clown also was in there. They are pretty hard to find and expensive, little Brush-a-Loves. I have a couple of big Brush-a-Loves, but they are not on here because the other part of my plushie collection is on my couch over there. We will get there, but it's also not a part that I'm super proud of. Not because they are plushies, but because I think plushies are so hard to display, and I definitely don't want to take up any of my shelf space for plushies. So that's why it's just this random mountain. By the way, there's even a My Pet Monster, so a My Monster pet to be precise. And there are even some plushies in the back that are so hidden that you cannot see them anymore. I need to change that. I have an idea. I have an idea how to display plushies better, and my doors will come in handy with that. I need to sew something. I want to sew like a mat that I can hang on the doors with, you know, little hooks at the top, and that has like pouches in them. So I can put plushies in pouches on my doors. I could do that probably with these two doors here, maybe even my bedroom door. That's an idea. I have not completely figured out if that works, but I would really like to have this space open for more pony play sets. For example, the Perm Shop, which is also a really big one. Or, you know, I just don't like this thingy here, but I like what's on it because it's all super colorful. And I use also this little glowworm. That's an original glowworm. Here in the back, for example, is a fakie glowworm by Simba, also super adorable. And I don't want to stop getting plushies when I find them. Yeah, I almost never buy plushies online, but when I found them at flea markets, yeah, of course, I'm not gonna leave the popple at the flea market. Although, like, I'm saying, like, plushies should not be my big, like, focus in collecting. It just happens. You go to flea markets, you see something that you recognize and you think is cute, that's a plushie from the 80s or 90s, you get it if it's cheap, and then it accumulates. And while I'm already up here, this has not changed. I have a couple of pony like art prints, and this is from an original My Little Pony magazine back then. And you will notice I have not put up the pony puzzle yet that I built during Vlogmas, because that was part of Tommy's advent calendar. I have not put it together again, and I have not figured out where to put it. An idea was to shift this around and have it here. It's kind of big, so it would probably take up this much space, and I would have just a small part for these. Maybe I would then take this away or something like this, or I, you know, figure out a completely different space. Maybe on the other side of this wall from my, I don't know what you call this, floor. From this area, the other side, or somewhere over there. I don't know yet. We've covered a lot of ground already, so there's one big side of my collection left over there, but I think we will leave that for last, and for now go into my bedroom. There's not too much to be shown. There's my boy toys and a couple of modern dolls, so let's head over there. Okay, this is my bedroom. There's my bed, there's my sewing machine, and over there on this side there are some more toys, and over on this side there's some more toys. So let's start here. This is a unit that's not new. Also the premise, where is what hasn't changed. I have mostly my, more action figure toy lines, or boyish toy lines, whatever you want to call it, in here. Obviously everybody can play with everything, but those are more action figures. The colors are, very different. They don't make space, they don't make sense in my, I wouldn't put this next to my Lovelylocks collection or something. So I have these 4 cabinets in here. This is an exception. This is still girly stuff. But here in the front, I have my vintage Ewok and my Jar Jar Binks collection. So, and a couple of other Star Wars things, but mostly it's Star Wars, not Star Wars, yeah, Star Wars, but mostly it's Jar Jar Binks memorabilia. So different, this is for example a mug, there's another mug with Jar Jar on it. This is a crazy like toothbrush holder. Then we have here, this is kind of a, you know, miniature set. You can pop it open, then it's like a little Mighty Max and some other stuff. We have some vintage Ewok stuff. Mainly I love the things that have this aesthetic, that have, you know, are from the Play School line back then. So, but we have also some more like, you know, the miniature Star Wars things. And here's more vintage Ewok stuff. Some are on card, some I took off. It's very, very cute Ewok stickers. So this is this cabinet. One left, or like both of them are actually, they're very full, they're very crowded, but I think they are very fun and colorful. So I will not change that. I will not at one point have the super orderly, so super like super on like shelf risers, everything like very, very in order. No, I really like it like that. And it's also kind of now the only way because it's so many different toy lines. And on this shelf, it's mostly He-Man, so Masters of the Universe, and also mostly it's vintage. I have like 2 that are not vintage, the Sunman and this Mosquito. Those are Origins, so those are new, that look very much like the vintage ones. Not reproductions, it's a little bit something else, but whatever. But most of the other ones, even this Sorceress, that's vintage original. Most of that found either at flea markets or at conventions. So then I have a couple of wrestlers. I have a little bit of the old Peter Pan toy line. I have some dinosaurs where some are from, you know, the Dino Riders. Some are vintage Jurassic Park. Also a lot of vintage Jurassic Park figures. Oopsie, Ian Malcolm. Then I have a couple of G.I. Joes in between. Leonard Course, all of that, a little bit of Thundercats, and somewhere in between also some newer stuff like this little Skeletor. There's obviously, it's not vintage. Yeah, Alien, this is from Aliens, so yeah, whatever. Then this one is even more colorful, I think, because it's more 90s, whereas here was a lot of 80s also on it. This is, I think it's mostly just 90s stuff. Goes even into a little bit of the early 2000s. We have turtles where I can. It's not something I find a lot, but here we've got some turtle pieces. This is one of the, you know, miniature play sets. There's another one hidden there. Mostly the turtle toys that I have are not in good condition. For example, this one, or this Usagi Bujimbo is even missing the ears and stuff like that. But this is just what I find at flea markets, and I'm not gonna pick any of like these boy toy lines really up online. It's all out in the wild. I would say maybe 80% flea markets, 20% conventions. So a little bit of Bucky O'Hare, some Boglins here, some like fake, and this is really, really dusty. You can see that. But yeah. My bedroom is the most dusty place. Yeah. What was I saying? Some, you know, fake Mighty Max things, some more turtles. We have a little bit of Food Fighters, a little bit of, you know, dragonflies. And in the back, it's mostly Street Sharks, Extreme Dinosaurs, and in between, always a little bit of Digimon. Love these super neon turtles here, these stickers. Yeah, so most of it here is probably turtles and adjacent toy lines, and this is more like He-Man and adjacent, well, and dinosaur toy lines. I don't know, and wrestlers and G.I. Joe. Yeah, this is different. This is one of like, this is the cabinet that I never really know. I would like to have it also for boy toys, but then there are just some certain things that I don't know where to put them. I have a couple of the G5, the styling size G5 ponies. I never know where to put them. They wander from place to place. I think now they are for over a year or something, probably already in this area. They're fine there, but I would like to open up the space also for boyish toys. Not yet. These here, a couple of OMGs, one Rainbow High that formerly were in the display with my Poopsies, where all my Poopsie Slime Surprise are. I took them out to have more space for Poopsies and the Fantasy Friends, etc. And I think they match really well with the G5 ponies. I mean, they're the same era of toys. Also some modern Polly Pockets here and a couple of G4 doubles that I have. So I'm happy with it, how it looks right now, because previously there were my 2 Barbie extras standing here. Those have now a different place. We will get to that. But yeah, this is always kind of the place where I put the things that I don't know where to put it. So, but up there, I think this has probably changed, because previously, yes, I had my Star Wars 3 3/4 inch figures here, but I also had my Star Wars Funko Pops here. Those have wandered over there, which is not really something that I like. I don't know. I was really excited. I thought that it's a good idea. I made these shelf risers and all of that, but I don't like how it looks. I just don't like how it looks. I think it is time to say goodbye to my Funko Pops, also the Star Wars ones. Not really say goodbye in terms of selling, but especially in terms of display. My Disney Funko Pops I have already taken out of the display. I will put them in storage also, these, because I think this is a good space for something else. Maybe for also new shelves there or something. But for now, taking them from there to there has opened the space for 2 more of these, you know, nail polish riser things. So I have more space for my Star Wars 3 3/4 inch figures. I collect very, very, like all over, all eras of Star Wars in terms of this form factor. So I have vintage ones. Most of the vintage ones are on the right here. But I also have some from the newer trilogy. I have, you know, Rebels and Clone Wars. I have the 90s, and I have whatever it is. So this is all mostly the prequel trilogy. And those also, most of them I picked up either at flea markets or at conventions. So all of that in the wild. I actually never buy anything like of these Star Wars things online. I have 2 bigger size Star Wars dolls. I would even consider them dolls over here. My big Forces of Destiny Ahsoka and my, you know, late 90s Queen Amidala. So, and she's amazing. This is a really elaborate fashion doll. So amazing, like quality of fashion pieces, etc. She's not so much. She's newer, obviously, but that was so exciting when, at the point when Ahsoka had not yet like reached the level of, you know, famous, being super beloved character. But at that point, they made a doll of her, so that's why I needed to have her. I probably ultimately paid too much for her, but she is somewhat rare of this line. You always see the Reys and the, I don't know what, sometimes the Sabines, I don't know, but definitely Ahsoka is not that often to be seen from that line. I have a lot of Star Wars posters, and that's Mighty Max. I have now this kind of dedicated space for my Mighty Max. Sure, a couple of the Mighty Max adjacent things are still in there, some fakes, some of the Turtles ones, some of the Star Wars ones, but stuff that is really done by, or it is really an original Mighty Max is now in here. And you will see that when we get to my Polly Pockets, but I store them the same way. These are actually the same ones that I use here, just upside down. So when you like create them as little stairs, you can obviously put figures in them. When you have them the other way around, you can very, very nicely display, you know, Polly Pockets and Mighty Max in there. So just a hint, and those are nail polish risers, and you get them probably everywhere. Amazon, I mostly buy from eBay sellers. So, and this is also Mighty Max. If you don't know, Mighty Max are the Polly Pocket adjacent toys from the same company, Bluebird Toys, but made more for the little boy audience. So they are gruesome, there's a lot of blood and monsters and all of that involved. So as I said, another big Mighty Max set here. My only Transformer there. the big Godzilla one and a couple of dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs, but I've just limited my little dinosaur corner over here to mainly my childhood dinosaurs. So most of them were my childhood ones, or like these two I had as a child, but I found at a flea market. The rest are really childhood. I played with these. So, and I think I like this. Oh yeah, and also here's another Wicked the Ewok, another Ewok thingy, which does not fit in this corner really with my Ewok collection. Quickly, yeah, as I said, Funko Pops, not so nice, but in the front row I have already some other stuff which I didn't know where to put it. My dinosaurs figures from the, you know, the show. These little like 70s dolls by Mattel. They're called the Honey Hill Bunch, and a couple more, you know, minifigs, Star Wars things. This this thingy where there was a little miniature a MotU figure in there, the Snake Mountain thingy. And this is kind of cards, art cards from Star Wars Celebration. And yeah, I'm also not very proud, but I don't have a space for my LOL OMG Fierce yet. So the Cleopatra. I love her, but this is clearly not a good space for her. I had an idea, but she's too tall. This is such a tall box that she does not fit this in there. So I'm clueless right now. So she's just standing there since I got her in late summer, or September I think it was. Which makes me sad because I really actually want to open her up. Not open, I don't want to get her out, but you know, this box is made for, you know, it opens up. So you can see her better, but for now she's there. And by me already like talking about a little more of the newer toy lines that were in here, G5 ponies, LOL OMG Rainbow High, LOL OMG Fierce. Yes, over there also a couple more of the modern dolls. So let's get over there. So Toy Story collection. This has not changed. Disney dolls on this corner, I think also that was already the same as these dolls there. And from my Barbie collection tour, you know that I have the Barbie Movie dolls up there. But in the middle here, there were still a lot of Disney Funko Pops. As I said, took them out. Just not the vibe anymore. I still do like the figures, the Funko Pops, but it's just not the time for me to display them anymore. They had their time. They are now in my basement, back in their boxes. So I opened up this space very, very recently just because I got more Barbie extras. Yeah, I know, I say I'm a vintage collector, and I'm also not super proud of getting more and more new dolls, but some of them are just so lovely, and I do love my vintage Barbies. So I also want to have a piece of modern Barbie here. So that's why I'm so into the Barbie Extra line. I know it's kind of discontinued until proven otherwise, but I think they're not making any new Barbie Extra dolls anymore. So I am planning on getting a couple more still. For now, I have 6. So these were the pink one and this Rava girl here were the first 2 that I had for over a year. For Christmas, I got this and this one. And since Christmas, which has not been long, I've already gotten 2 more. So yeah, I also plan to keep them in their original outfits. For some of them, I just restyled the hair. So she doesn't have braids anymore. I gave her a little bit of a different hairstyle and re-crimped her hair. She has 2 like braids that go back. Cannot even really see that. Some of them I just, you know, gave a completely different hairstyle. And they are the little animals which I could live without, but they're there. So, and this gives me still a little bit space for, that could be maybe 2 more sitting dolls or 3 dolls sitting in the front, 1 more standing there or something. So I plan to maybe get 3 or 4 more Barbie extras. So Disney dolls. I am actually a very, very big Disney fan. the movies and especially the parks. I'm a huge Disney Parks fan, but I don't know, I don't really vibe with how my Disney doll collection looks like. I'm only interested in the vintage ones, so that's clear. And I especially love my Tycho Ariels. I had this girl as a child, so there's also probably the childhood nostalgia speaking, but I think they look just gorgeous. But all of the others, I have 2 Jasmines, I have 2 of the Pocahontas dolls, there is Cinderella, and another, I have 3 Pocahontas dolls, etc. But I don't know. I will not sell them, and if I find others at flea markets, I will still buy them. But maybe it is time for most of my Disney dolls to not be displayed. I don't know, because that would open up even more space here for other stuff. For now, they have the space here, they're fine, but it's not really something that I vibe with super very much. By the way, they are the scrunchies that are still on the original vintage like back cards that I got from my friend Mikuro for Christmas. Okay, here's another doll line that I do not really plan to get more, but sometimes it just happens. Like with this Robin Sterling that I found for a reduced, discounted price at TK Maxx. I couldn't say no. But I'm still super in love with these 2 Shadow High dolls that I bought. And I think if I would get more of this toy line, I think I vibe more with the Shadow Highs. There's one in like lavender pink, there's another one in like her color that I really like, but I will not force myself. It's not a planned thing to get more Rainbow High or anything. It would just be if it happens, if I find them for really good prices or at flea markets. Maybe. It's not really planned, like I have a plan with the Barbie extras, but I really like how this display looks. So yeah. I just don't like that they cannot really sit. They can only half lie. So I don't know, the articulation is not that good. But yeah, it's a very cool line. So Barbie can obviously not compete anymore with the level of details in terms of fashion that these dolls brought out. Yeah, we don't know how it continues because the most recent releases have a lack of articulation and even a lack of details in terms of fashion, and they bring the slime thingy back. Who knows what that brings? But at that point, I'm happy that I'm not really a modern toy collector, a modern doll collector. I just collect a couple of these on the side, and my main bread and butter is vintage. So I'm not super worried about any of that. Okay, Toy Story collection has not changed probably too much. I just have added a couple of pieces, like this big black Zerk, like this Bo Peep, a couple of these smaller things here in the front. No, not this one, but probably these. I have, this Barrel of Monkeys set, and I'm with Toy Story. I would like to have a lot of the characters like in their original size, as movie accurate as possible, but I'm not super after that. So for example, the Barrel of Monkeys in the movie is not blue, it's actually yellow, but I'm fine with that. Or I don't know, some of the characters I just have in a different shape. I don't have a big Gabby doll, I just have a Funko Pop version of her, etc. So it is always nice also to have the original toys. Like, I mean, this is not even the correct Ken, because these are both great shape, but the Toy Story movie Ken would actually be the animal loving one, but for now he is here. But like, I like to have the original toys that were really released and not specifically released for Toy Story. Like for example, Great Shade Barbie is the Barbie that's meant to be the one in the movie, and I prefer to have an original Great Shade Barbie over a Toy Story 3 or 4 branded Great Shade Barbie. So whatever. Some little additions. Most of that, I mean, is either, I don't know, it's really a mix. Some of that was bought brand new, some of that is from flea markets, some of them were like gifts, some of the stuff is from Disney parks, so it's a complete mix-up. So yeah, this is my Barbie the movie display. I just have added him because, you know, I got him for Christmas myself, obviously. So No, nobody gifted me this expensive guy. I bought him myself, but I still really like how that looks. It's not very cluttered. It's just a bunch of boxes with some dolls like out. So I don't know, I really still like this, but you have probably seen this in my Barbie collection video, or oh no, that was done before, or was it? I cannot remember, but there was definitely at least 1 or 2 videos where you have seen that already. Yeah, these are by the way vintage dolls that are wearing the fashion pack from the movie. And yeah, not a lot of the fashions really fit vintage Barbie bodies very good, because you know, modern Barbies are they are more flat chested, etc., have a different waist. So this one was really not fitting very well on a like 80s or 90s Barbie. So I took out my Skipper, and it is a little loose on Skipper, but Skipper can rock this fashion, right? So that's why now Skipper is wearing this, and yeah, 2 of my other dolls. This is another one of my pretty old Barbies. This is my 1973 Quick Call Barbie, but she is wearing one of the movie outfits currently. Yeah. Over here, this is actually something that I never planned to collect, but there's a couple of, you know, before this Barbie movie, obviously there were the animated Barbie movies, and a couple of them are from this. Like, this is a Barbie movie doll. This definitely, she's a little bit adjacent to Barbie movie dolls, because the commercial looks very much like this early animation of the Barbie movies, and maybe it was even planned to have a Sleeping Beauty Barbie movie. And then the others are like very late 90s or early 2000s, but they have this fairy tale look to it. So that's why these are kind of together here, and also they match by color really nice. And then, yeah, my voice. Over here, this is kind of a display of, you know, my favorite like modern toy boxes. You know, some of the Funko Pops that are, you know, the vintage toy Funko Pops, some of the Polly Pocket keepsake collection ones. Behind there is from the Celestial Ponies, the box, etc. So stuff like that I have here, because I think it just looks very cute, and I didn't want to have the toys still in these boxes, but I still wanted to have the boxes out on display a little bit. This was previously, it always had boxes. There were a lot of my other Funko Pop boxes, and actually also up there, this was full of Funko Pop boxes. Those are for a really long time already in my basement, but now also the Funko Pops directly will go back into those boxes and then sit probably in my basement. So, but yeah, that's everything I have in my bedroom. Oopsie, I almost forgot to show you these guys. Yeah, my 2 My Pet monsters are living on my bed. Like, this is where my head is while sleeping, so this is the other side. I don't like touch them while sleeping. They sometimes maybe my feet like gets next to them or something, but this is the only space where I can like put them, really. They are just too big. If you don't know the story, I found both of them at flea markets, the same flea market weekend. This one on Saturday for a little more, like 30 euro or 35 or something. Then this one the next day, the Sunday, for 5 euro. As what one of the craziest like toy hunting experiences ever. And so far I just keep both of them. So I'm not sure. I like both of them. This one is in better condition because it has, you know, the hands and feet are still leathery. Here everything is peeled off, but this was the one that I found for 5 euro. So I don't know. Will I keep both of them forever? Maybe not. For now, yes. So we're back in the main room, like in the main collection area, and exactly, yeah, this is the last wall that's missing in this collection tour video. Where should we start? Let's start maybe over there with the Polly Pockets. That still, I can maybe since a couple of years can always just say that has not changed a ton. So let's start from bottom and then go up. These two kind of bottom shelves, well, it's actually one, but there's a little clear like parting shelf part, whatever in between. So it's kind of it's not really a riser. It's really like to divide it into two shelves. But these two areas, they look pretty cluttered. They are not my favorites, but it is what it is. It's mainly the things from Polly Pocket that are, you know, Polyville, like these houses, which I don't really like, you know, I don't focus on them. I'm much more a big fan of the compacts, so I've never really focused on collecting the, you know, houses, so the Polyville stuff. Although, you know, here and there you find it at flea markets. So mainly all of this stuff is, you know, from flea markets, even this big, you know, Magical Moving Polyville, etc. There is a couple of other things scattered throughout which kind of go well with Polly Pocket, like these 3 sets, which actually are from Mimi and the Goo Goos, or what this actually does not make sense here. These are old Barbie, you know, little Barbie catalogs from the 60s. Very, very lovely, but they don't make sense here. I don't know where I put them there. And the bottom shelf here is even more cluttered because this is also a couple of the more early 2000s Polly Pockets, which some of them I really like this thing in the back there, this giant kind of diamond shaped one when you close it, these fruit surprise ones. A couple of them are really cute, and then there are a couple of Disney sets in between. Yes, I have the Peter Pan one. I have almost all of the figures. It was a gift. I would have never ever like spent the amount of money that this set, for example, goes for. Yeah. Because I'm also not really a collector of the Disney sets, but it is gorgeous. There's also a Winnie the Pooh set in the back. I have one more Winnie the Pooh set, but yeah, I'm mainly, oh my god, this is very, very dusty. I should have dusted this part. Yeah, dust is a thing. And I do not dust very, very often. So yeah, that's that. Mainly the bottom shelves get very, very dusty. The top shelves stay pretty nice. Here, yeah, another thing, and this is actually, it's not even, you know, a Polyville thing, but there's no space. And I don't want to make another new Polly shelf, take something else out, because I'm right now pretty much done collecting Polly Pocket. Sure, if I find something at flea markets that I don't have, I would always grab it if it is from that era, a vintage era. A little bit of stuff I also like of the early 2000s ones. And obviously the little lockets I'm not done collecting, but mostly there's not a lot of stuff that I'm still very much after. So not gonna expand Polly Pocket too much, but you know, here are a lot of the compacts. Then the bigger style compacts here in the middle, the heart-shaped ones. Here's actually one of the pencil cases, which already does not have really a big good space. I have another one up there. Then here are some of the, you know, traveling and I don't have any of the names really remembered. So when I'm not really focusing on an area of like toys or something, for example, Polly Pocket, I don't have it very, very prominent in my brain what all of these sets and these, you know, were called. And there's, for example, very, very hidden, there's also even the big, people call it head boxes. It's not really a head box, but this one. From this kind of Happen in Here series thing. A couple of not original ones, so a couple of fakes I do have, like this clown or this one, or these lovely kitty ones. This is just what I find sometimes at flea markets. And I can definitely say, Polly Pocket, maybe not 50-50, but a lot of the Polly Pockets in my collection are actually from flea markets. Still a lot of online purchases, but this is something that I got pretty much lucky sometimes. So for example, even this Funtime clock I found at a flea market. Yeah, some of the ring boxes, so the ring compacts. Then I do like the Polly Pocket keepsake collection ones. So I have, you know, this one, this one, this one, and where's the other one here? The little ring box or the ring compact that also came with the jewelry things. I have also a couple of original, you know, smaller like jewelry Polly Pocket thingies. They're mostly always just scattered around. This even goes to a Disney Polly Pocket set, to the Minnie Mouse house, or we have some of these little sets, as I could also put down there. But yeah, the teeter-totter, I just got this like in my advent calendar. So yeah, but I also here you can see mostly it's by color. Not everything is by color, but here are the pink ones, blue, purples, yellows, pinks, greens. So crazy colors here, the more orangey, yellow, then pink ones, and etc. As again, my kind of color sense like often dictates how I display things. This is definitely my favorite Polly Pocket shelf because it looks the most like polished and everything has its place. Here, this one, yeah, it is a little bit more crowded because there's so many different shapes of Polly Pockets. We have, you know, the Pet Parade ones or the little ones that look like animal heads, the horse ones. These are like different shapes of Polly Pockets. But here are the books. So the storybook series, the Big Mermaid book, the 3 other ones, and I have one of the more rarer books. Here's also one of the books from the, you know, what are they called? Lockets, one of the Locket books. And a little, like also here, some pieces are not Polly Pocket on here. For example, these little thingies, these little houses are like Disney parks things that were I think sold at McDonald's. When you pop them open, a little Disney figure pops out of it. Or what else? Where is it? Fairy Winkles. These things are Fairy Winkles, for example. So a couple of other lines that kind of, you know, go well with the Polly Pocket. Then we have the big Cinderella castle in the middle, which is, yeah, actually not really Polly Pocket, but, you know, a Disney Bluebird set, same as this one. I don't plan on collecting any more of them unless, like this one, I find at the flea market. Then here we have some of the more elaborate ones, you know, the Jewel series, these two, with the super, like, lot of ornaments on them. This is a really rare one that I got gifted. So sometimes I just got very, very lucky with people who watched my videos and said they want to send me something. Winifred, I don't know if she is even still watching my videos, but yeah, this came from her all the way from Hong Kong. Yeah, I have a couple of the, like, you know, on the go sets, but they are also not a big priority. This one I had as a child. I wanted to have this. This one, for example, was just a flea market find. So yeah. Then I have 3 of this. I don't know if there's really a series name, but they are the ones that have these, you know, see-through compact styles. And the only one that is missing of these, I would say, I mean, there's also lockets that are in this style, but like from the bigger ones, the Jewel Magic Ball, I actually don't even want to have that because I would have no idea where to put it. And yes, High Street Money Box, pencil case, this colored one actually, and a couple of you know, not Polly Pocket, but Tamagotchi style thingies. Yeah, so Polly Pocket always kind of stays the same. Just some little things that I added, or, you know, things that came out somewhat recently, just so obviously you did not see that in the last collection tour. I don't even think that I have like shared these other keepsake collection sets in detail in my videos, but I have shorts for each every single one of those. So if you go to my shorts, I don't do a lot of shorts, but for these keepsake collection Polly Pockets, I did shorts, each of them. So yeah. So on this little shelf unit, there's another collection that I will not go too much like deep into, because A, it hasn't changed that much from the last collection tour video, and B, I think I might do a separate collection video just for Lady Lovelylocks. This is like apart from a couple of other videos that are requested here and there, one that has requested by different people over time, pretty like constantly always. Could I do a full collection tour video of my Lady Lovelylocks? And probably I will do that a little more in depth. Although my collection is not very huge, I don't have any of the play sets, and I don't have any of the, you know, American exclusive dolls. And my Lady Lovelylocks are also not super complete, and etc. But this is one of my favorite, like, you know, shelves actually, because this one toy line looks so cohesive. Although it has dolls in it, it has little animals that are more adjacent to, you know, My Little Pony style toys. It has like a kind of a Barbie horse thing. It has other little things, and most of this shelf is actually Lady Lovelylocks. There's a couple of things like these World's Smallest Ponies, or there is a Fashion Star Filly in the back. This is not Lady Lovelylocks, and for example this clip is also just a fake Lady Lovelylocks pixie tail. But all the rest, this is so cohesive. I really love it. And yeah, a bunch of the dolls that I have were also flea market finds, which is also super nice. But yeah, so I have some of the little kittens. I have all of the 3 dragons, 1, 2, 3. The Silky Pup, the Silky Mane. I have different Lady Lovelylocks dolls. Some of them are doubles, but they are wearing then different outfits, or yeah, I think so. For example, these are both the same doll, the Sparkle Pretty Lady Lovelylocks, but I've put her in a fashion pack and she is wearing her original outfit. Both of them flea market finds, for example. So I'm very proud of having this collection from, like, you know, out in the wild and online. And a lot of them are also repaired. Lady Lovelylocks dolls are very prone to like losing their heads, so their neck like is very fragile. So a lot of them have like repaired necklines, and yeah. But you have seen that collection pretty often. I'm thinking of what has this one. I've also definitely added the little what is it called, lily tops. Then I have a couple of the, you know, pieces that go to the, you know, brush and comb set. This is very nice. This is a part of a play set, but I found it at the flea market, so it kind of is just used as a kind of shelf riser here. So yeah, all the prints hidden in the back. I should definitely pop him also on a kind of a riser back there. If you're not familiar, I didn't really say anything to that with this toy line at all. It is a Mattel toy line from the late 80s. Like, they started in 86, 87 and it ran until 89. So, yeah. I think before we're getting back to Barbies, because here's another Barbie shelf and there's another Barbie shelf, I think we go to the middle at first, then to the other shelves there, and we close up, you know, with Barbie. So yeah, let's get to the middle. I hope I'm not talking too much about that, because as I said, I actually plan to make another pony dedicated like collection video. So this is mainly like the other part of my G1 My Little Pony collection. I have this little unit here which actually closes also with doors and windows, but you know, can't have that horrible glare right now. And there's a mirror actually. Hello. Which I always think is strange, which also then reflects the light, but it's okay. It was like that. It's also but from IKEA, same as also this. So here I have most of, not most, but a lot of my favorite pony lines, like the Princess Prussian Grows. I have like the Princess Ponies. I have Pony Friends. This by the way also princess goes to the princesses. The Kenny, not Kenny, the Rainbow Curl Ponies. We have the Baby Pony and Pretty Pals, and here we have my Sparkle Ponies and Sparkle Baby Ponies. So on top of that, yes, every space is used. We have one of the play sets. That's the waterfall play set with sprinkles. I have all of my kind of sea ponies. Most of them, like of the babies, they don't have their little thingies. So they are kind of, you know, laying all over the place there. I have 2 adult sea ponies and only 1 shell. And actually up there are more baby sea ponies. Oopsie. But yeah, then I have my 2 pony puzzles in the back and the little woolly pony. So they are original, but they are by a German company, by Woollyland. Those are here. One of those UK exclusive boxes that had My Little Pony hair clips. Then, well, this looks a little strange because I didn't know where to put that. That usually isn't here. That's a magazine that I found at the flea market, Muppet Babies magazine. And this is also just, I put these Barbie fashions aside for a friend. Here are my 3 glass bowls, vases, whatsoever, with brushes. This is all the typical 90s Barbie brushes. Here we have My Little Pony brushes. Here we have My Little Pony brushes. And this is all the rest of the brushes that I have. Yeah. I think we need more light, or is it actually okay? A little more light maybe. Yep, more My Little Pony displays. This is still as it used to be. I have the Lullaby Nursery in there, and I use it really for displaying baby ponies. So I have kind of also shelf risers in it and have a certain number of baby ponies on it. On the right hand side here is the Rainbow Baby Ponies, some German exclusive Nestekian ponies. Then we have most of my newborn twins are there, and the teeny weeny ponies. Down there the drinking wets, and here is mostly like family ponies, or like, you know, mommies and babies sometimes together, but we have the 3 main families: Brite Bouquet, the Sweet Celebrations, and the Apple Delight family. I cannot really open these doors. They are, you know, I can only shift them from side to side. 2 more European exclusive baby ponies. The rest of the newborn twins. I'm missing 2 of the newborn twins, and then a couple of other ponies up there. My only peekaboo baby pony. Yeah. There's that. This, for example, is not really a family, so to say, but these are all Lickety Splits, 2 different versions of Lickety Split, and the 3 different Lickety Split baby ponies that were released. I have 2 original puffy stickers there. This is a reproduction puffy sticker. Yeah. And if we go down even further, we have like shelves, normal again, like we had it like in, you know, the other pony cabinets there. We have the Big Brothers in the front, and then the Secret Surprise ponies there. Only have 3, and I don't have any of the keys or any of the accessories, but those are pretty special, and there is enough space for the 4th one, so it's a set of 4 ponies actually. In the middle, I don't know from which side you can see it better, there is mostly my Megan and kind of Sundance collection thingy going on. I have the Twice as Fancy Megan and Sundance in the back. I have the So Soft Megan, not the Sundance yet, doll there. I have the normal Sundance and Megan
Here's another Megan that I have that is wearing one of these glow-in-the-dark outfits. We have baby Sundance. Yeah, so that's my Megan and Sundance corner. And then here we have some other pony sets. We have the perfume puffs. Then here are all the ponies that are in this kind of, you know, the bride pose with the 2 bridal ponies and the 2, you know, eyelash princesses. Here I have more family ponies of the more rarer pony families, so the European exclusive ones. I have 1 baby from one of the families and 1 mommy. They're just very expensive and also a little more rare to find. But I'm from Europe, so they are out there, so I will find more at one point. But yeah, this is actually a Basic Fun release set. So these are the Celestial ponies. I did a video about them, very special, because Basic Fun decided to make an unreleased original pony set into like reality. So these ponies never came out in the 80s, but there's concept art and there are prototypes of them, and there's even the back card art, etc. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Basic Fun re-releases, like the reproductions, because I don't get the appeal why I should get reproductions when I always can have the original ones. Here, it made 100% like sense to me why I would get them. There's no original ones of these. These are this is the first time that these were released. So yeah, I do have the Celestial ponies here, and I display them with their brushes. Usually I have all my pony brushes, you know, in there. And the front row, we have the 3 Ember versions. These were the first baby ponies and the first mail order ponies. And I paired them together with Lucky, the first baby boy pony, also a mail order, so it kind of makes sense to have them in the front row there. Yeah, there's more My Little Pony. Oh, I did not even say anything to that. This is a carded like pony wear set. So I don't have any ponies on card. I don't plan to get any ponies on card. If I would like to have more like carded pony items, it would be fashion pieces, because I don't like to put pony wear on ponies. I think it's kind of, I don't like the look. But if I would have to like more carded things, I would try to get more carded pony wear, because I don't want to get them out there, and ponies I want to have like out in the open. I don't want them like on card. Oh, by the way, up on the Lullaby Nursery, there's actually baby Tiddlywinks, which is the pony that came with this playset originally. And from down there at the bottom, we're getting way up here, because here my kind of pony collection continues. I think that was definitely different in the last collection tour video still. There were still Barbies here, and that was not, I mean, I think I had a couple of pony items already here, but my plan is to have a lot of like boxed pony play sets up here, because they are big and I really like to have the boxes. But if I'm able to display it out of the box and in the box, I would do that, because we've got the show stable, and the show stable is also out. By the way, this is nicely restored. It was very yellow, and the roof was very brownish, so everything is nice and tidy again, and nice and clean. Cannot really see inside. Lemon drop looks out there. I really hope that this stays like this and is not getting like discolors back to its discolored state like the Keypers do. But yeah, for now, really lovely. I have another show stable. I have the European pink one. That one I have not restored as nice, and I don't know where to put that, but maybe that would be a place if I don't have another playset yet. We just need to get rid of this, not plushies, but for now, show stable here. Some of the smaller pony playsets, like, you know, the the bathtub, and my brain's like, I have brain fart right now and don't know how all the playsets are called. The pretty dream crib, whatever, the dream crib here. Behind that one, actually, this is not a My Little Pony playset, but color-wise, it makes very much sense there. This is a Little Pretty playset. I have not showed you my Little Pretties yet. They are over there. They are like cats and dogs that look like My Little Pony. Very hard to find over here because I think they were not released in Germany. But for whatever reason, I found this playset. It's kind of a carrying case playset mix-up. You can open it up, it has shelves inside, etc. I found that at a flea market. And I didn't even really film that day at the flea market. I think I quickly filmed something when I found it, but I don't know in which video it will appear. It's just too crazy, but love this so much. It's rare, it's hard to find over here, and I got it for like €5 at the flea market, which like, oh my goodness. So I'm happy to put this next to my pony playsets, because actually Little Pretties, they are by Mattel, but they are the vibe, etc. makes so much sense with My Little Pony. A little more to the left, we have the Baby Bonnet School of Dance, the perfume. The perfume playset, I'm blanking on all of the names right now. Please, I actually know all of the names, but I have now talked for so long. I actually used this one. Also, my brain is like farting because it's the German name on it. In German, it's Duftparadies, but it's not like Paradise or something. It's different. It's a perfume. Blah. Anyways, you already saw that a couple of the watercolor baby sea ponies are up here because there was no more space for sea ponies down there. But yeah, in this playset, I actually have most of the bigger parts to My Little Pony lines. I have things that go to the newborn twin ponies or stuff like that. So there's pony and even a couple of pony wear items. So this is stored in there until it is full, and I have no idea where else to put it because I don't have space to display these things, mostly with the ponies. In the middle we have another version of the Pretty Parlor. This is the second edition, the purple one that comes with the other accessories. I have My Little Pony and the Carebears movies on DVD here, and yeah, I think this used to be like this for a while already. I have one carrying case and then all of my, winger ponies. This is a really nice way to display them up on this acrylic, stand that's more like a tree, because you can fit 2 of them on there, so there would even be space for more. I actually have the complete set now, but I also want to have the variants, because there's always one Hong Kong and one China variant, and they are different in terms of the wings and their body colors sometimes. So and like these are like, yeah, I really, really like them. I have a couple of, one really that's a double, this one, but I don't know, I really like to keep them. And yeah, my Moon Jumper, I also have a double, although, I mean, this was also my childhood pony, so yeah, gotta excuse that I have a double of it. Behind there's actually My Little Pony Annual. Don't want to get it out right now. These are super cute. They came out of the UK and have My Little Pony stories and comics, etc. in there. Some that are the same that are in the German pony magazines, but also some others. Then what's here? I don't know, this will probably not be there for forever. These are these strange Brazilian Miopikio pony or Mikiro pony party favors. I don't know what they are elsewise. They are cardboard cutouts, and on the back they have these thingies. You can open them up, probably to, I don't know, put candies in there or something. Over that is actually not an original pony thing. That was done by Tommy. It is a glow-in-the-dark fakie pony that he has given wings, and everything really glows in the dark. He has even created an original box for it, and this is so cool. I hope I have enough space to display it all the time, because it's just, these are kind of my favorite type of little fakies. Over that, this is a G2 My Little Pony playset thingy. but I kind of just use it as a display to display this Cindy thing. This is within my My Little Pony collection because of this little bunny there. This little bunny there is a reused mold that was used for the Little Litters babies and also for My Little Pony kind of sidekick little bunnies before it went into, you know, Cindy was Hasbro at that time, went into this fashion pack for Cindy, and that's actually just something that I recently gifted myself for my birthday, but you've seen it in my birthday haul video. Yeah, this is all about this little bunny there and also the print on it. So this has a history with My Little Pony, because My Little Pony is Hasbro, and at that point Cindy also was Hasbro. You can see there's still a little space left, and this is also, you know, it's not perfect, but these are just the boxed items that I do have. I have the Pony School, a European exclusive playset, and here you see it really fits well also on top of the box. Otherwise, at one point I have another box that I want to display on top of it. I would probably put it in the box again, but you know, I have it. It's almost complete, not 100% in super good condition. A couple of things are broken, but I've never been like a super picky collector. Things should look nice in the collection, but I'm not a completionist. I'm not someone who is super picky in terms of condition. I love toys that seem to have, you know, some wear that you see they were really loved and played with. Not to death. Surely I want to have a level of, you know, that I can still restore the toys nicely, but you know, that's why, I mean, by the way, there should be actually something on top of it, which I took off. There's this little pony, what is it called? Like a flag on top, but I took that off because that was then too high for this space. I have this one, My Little Pony merry-go-round game, such a fun stamping game. And then the Petite Pony Home that I just got for Christmas from Tommy, that was part of the Vlogmas series. So this has found its place over there. Although the ponies that go to it, so the petite ponies, or this one pony and the other one that I got from Tommy, are with my other petite ponies, which you will see in a second. I already mentioned this. This is a My Little Pony, an original 80s G1 My Little Pony air mattress, swimming mattress. I used to have it displayed over there, like open, long, like inflated, but there's no space anymore, and it's also fine. It just looks cute laying there. Who knows where it will end up. As I said, Barbie we will take a look at last, but before that we are getting to these shelves, which they have not changed a ton, not a lot, because it's still kind of the same type of toys on the shelf. This one is really color coordinated by pink, purple and white, and has mostly the wedding themed toys and also like birthday themed toys, so like, you know, cakes and stuff like that. So mostly those are Cupcake doll play sets. These are 2 Cupcake dolls, where these is folded in and these she's folded out. We have another Cupcake doll play set there. We have a couple of miscellaneous things, some that belong to the Cupcake line, like this and this little, but also a G3 custom pony. This is something that belongs to the Quince line. We have a Popple here. We have some birthday or wedding cakes. So these are probably wedding cakes. 2 from Barbie, this and this. The other one goes to the Pony Brite here. She is a double, because you saw Pony Brite down there as well, but she is the one that I display really with all of her accessories, the veil, the ring, etc. So yeah, the cake belongs to her. Here in between there's a little Charmkins, and we have another McDonald's Barbie back there. Then we have Peppermint Rose there in the middle. a wee Lil Miss doll, more like Barbie McDonald's thingies, one that sits next to this fakie pony that I found in the box. So this is one of the just married Simba ponies, so a fake obviously of that one. 2 of the Fairywinkle swans. It's a double, but they are cute together and they kind of go very well with theming on this shelf. Another Cupcake doll and a cute like pink Monchichi. Quickly before, I was already talking about Little Pretties. You know, remember this playset thingy that looks like a pony playset but isn't? This is kind of the toy line. They look like My Little Ponies. I mean, not ponies, but kitties and dogs and some others. So not the complete shelf is Little Pretty, but all of these little kitties here. These are all original Little Pretties, and this one there. Then I have a couple of fakies from Simba. These 3 dogs and the ones in the back, which they're kind of mimicking this, you know, My Little Pony style toy, brushable hair, cute animal, but not a pony, but just a different a different animal. So cats and dogs. Then here in the front, these are obviously birds. These are actually from Hasbro. So all of these, like this Little Pretty, is Mattel. So not the toy line not the toy company that actually did My Little Pony, but the toy line that did these little birds is the same one that did My Little Pony. That's why they really, really go well with the My Little Ponies. So they really are a toy line of birds. So they are called the Fairytails. They have super long tails. And these are the babies of this toy line, and these are adults. So also same as Little Pretties, Fairytails. I think were not sold in Germany, where I'm from, which makes this toy line somewhat hard to find. So most of my Little Pretties and Fairytails are from, you know, the US. They were available in other European countries. I definitely know that the Fairytails were pretty popular in the Netherlands, or so like more with the Benelux area. But yeah, not in Germany. Very hard to find here. This in the middle here, this is actually a Lady Lovelylocks kitty that I had a double of that was in an awful condition, so I rehaired her. So that's why she has this lovely rainbow hair here. The tail is somewhere also there. Underneath this little fairy tail. Now we have 2 Barbies here. At first, this songbird Teresa ended up here because at one point I didn't know where to put her, so I have, by the way, I cannot stand them there. This is it's not high enough, the shelf, to like house standing Barbies. That's why she's sitting. And then when I got the dress of the songbird Barbie, by the way, this is not songbird Barbie. This is one of those angel Barbies. What is the name? Angel Princess or something. But yeah, they ended up then both here because, I don't know, they look very cute. At one point I want to display them within the Barbie collection. But for now, they look cute here. So, and she is the one that I actually also have a double of in box still, that you saw in the beginning of the tour. This has kind of evolved pretty recently actually, because I did not have many of these toys before my Vlogmas series, so that's why they ended up all in the spot here, and they go really well together. So we have the Shimmers here, these 2, and also another baby Shimmer there. Then we have the little Star Castle. I have my 3 little Blinkins, the Cupcake Pretty, which is actually already like yesterday I wanted actually to bring her to my friend Cotton Candy Kittens, but I forgot her. That's why she's still on that shelf, although she will not stay there for very long. And 2 more of the Bully Ponies. This is another box of Meine kleine Tierwelt. It's a German name for the Kenner, the old Littlest Pet Shops. That was also a set that I had with the little kitties. You see that? That one. So that's my childhood set. Not that exact one, but I had it. And then we have another fakie toy on card. This time not fakie ponies, but fakie kitties, which makes sense on this shelf because we have all of these little pretty kitties on here. Yeah. If you've seen any of my other room tour videos, you actually might remember this shelf. It still evolves, but it is still this kind of mostly fakey toys on this shelf, mostly glow in the dark. So on the right hand side we have a couple of other things. It's one of my childhood Barbies actually. This time really, this was my childhood Barbie. We have my only gem and hologram dolls back there and another cupcake doll. And, you know, rainbow troll, etc. And most of this shelf is really dedicated to the very bright neon colors. That's why also I put this Barbie in a really neon dress, and Gem and Holograms also works with that, although that's not even her original outfit. My goodness, you can't see anything. This is kind of a fakey, like, dinosaur troll mix-up. I have another one behind this troll. And here on the bottom, these are not fake lines, but for whatever reason, this is a shelf where most of my, or all of my petite ponies, or piccolo ponies in German, are. A couple more. This one. I also have these two Charmkins there. A Poochie, Stamper, more petite ponies. And then we're getting to these glow-in-the-dark donkey fakies, which are kind of my favorite. Like fakie ponies, only the ones on the right and on the left side, left-right. These don't glow in the dark, all the rest glows in the dark. Same as these elephants, they all glow in the dark. I think the big one, the big white one, does not, but these do. This pony does sadly not, it looks like it would. There's a glow friend, obviously that one glows in the dark. We have a Peggy, that's actually Petra's sister. So Petra is like a doll line similar to Barbie. And she has glow-in-the-dark features. Then we have more fakey toys like these little dogs there. Shaggy doggy mommies and babies. We have two of these bigger donkeys, or I don't know, are they meant to be giraffes? I don't know. I like them. They also glow in the dark. And then we have a cupcake playset. Well, it's actually a miniature Cherry Mary Muffin playset, although it says Cupcake Cafe, so it doesn't go to the cupcake dolls. It actually goes to the miniature Cherry Mary Muffins. I don't have any miniature Cherry Mary Muffins, but like the color, you can see that. Then we have a couple of older squeaky toys. So these bears and the mouse there, or this little penguin here, or this bright red poodle, or neon pink red poodle. There's another Petra baby that also has glow-in-the-dark stars on the dress. You know, a lot of stuff is glow-in-the-dark on here, and or a fakey toy line. My goodness, random hair hanging down. And here I have one of these elephants. Oh my goodness, that one I should totally have dusted. On card. Yep, this one does not glow in the dark, unfortunately. Oh, by the way, in the front here, this is not a fakey pony, although it's also not a real pony. This is also from the HQ G1 Custom Ponies, which, you know, they make G1 My Little Pony looking toys, but they are not affiliated really with Hasbro or any other, like, you know, Basic Fun or something. They are customs. They're just more like factory-made customs. Yeah, so very vibrant, very neon. I very much like this shelf, although those are all like cheap, mostly cheap knockoff toys on here. Oh, by the way, and I also do collect these little hair clips, these butterfly hair clips. Those mostly came with those fakey elephants or fakey ponies, etc. Yeah. Did I show everything? Yeah, here's another fakey glowworm that also glows in the dark. So much stuff. And one more shelf down below. That's kind of the last one that I will really focus on, because these ones you cannot really see very well, and I've also cleared them out mostly because you couldn't see them, and the stuff that was on it was also not my favorite stuff. But let's get to this one here, because this is actually She-Ra and Golden Girl. These toy lines both go really well together. She-Ra is like the, you know, girl's sister brand of He-Man, of Masters of the Universe, which most of that is all of that is in my bedroom. But She-Ra is kind of bright and colorful enough to, you know, have a spot on my like girly shelves here. I have 3 of the 3 crystal horses. I have 3 normal horses, you know, Swiftwind, etc. Then I have Claudine, yeah, and Petra, etc. And the ones that have more like elaborate things, like the big cape or wings, are in the back row. The ones in front of that are actually Golden Girl figures, which it is a different toy line. They are a tiny bit taller. They're made by Galoop, but they have the same vibe about them, you know, very like warrior ladies with swords and sorcery and all of that. So I like both toy lines. I like actually the dolls of the Golden Girl more, because they have better articulation, etc. But the look of She-Ra I like more because it's a little more girly. It's a little more cutesy, color-wise especially. Yeah. Oh, by the way, here's this. This is not She-Ra or anything. This is just, it's a similar sized doll. She is this Pamela Love that I was talking about in one of my Vlogmas videos. Not plan on collecting these, but I had one of those as a child, I think. So it was interesting. It's kind of Steffi Love, but smaller. Yeah, there's more Golden Girl on the left here. The wild one. And this cool chariot thing with the dragon head. Cannot even see, but here's the Dragon Empress in the back there. These are all Golden Girl figures, except for that one. This is actually even a knockoff of Golden Girl. People sometimes say Golden Girl is a knockoff of She-Ra, and then this is a knockoff of Golden Girl. These were called Goddess of the Ultra Cosmo or something like that. Yeah. Very quickly talking about what used to be down there, and some of that is still there, is the vintage Kenner Littlest Pet Shops. But I decided to only really keep the horses because I like those the most. I had a couple of them as a child, so I only really have the horses still out there. The couple that I have. And the rest is put back in bags. It is still here. I have a lot of the sets still, but I will get rid of them at one point. So, and you could never really see very well because they were tucked behind here anyways. They were getting really dusty, and yeah, so I only keep the horses. The stuff will go at one point. There's a G3 My Little Pony playset thingy. And here is this one Fashion Star filly that I never have a place for, and is also in a really bad condition. Sorry. Behind here, but it is still something that is somewhat visible, is my tiny Petra collection. Yeah, Petra is a clone doll line from Germany back then. I had a couple of Petras as a child. Quality-wise, these dolls and the fashions are actually pretty good. They often used very delicate fabrics that rip a little more easy than what Mattel used, so you can always tell them apart. But I would say the dolls and the fashions are quite nice quality, and I actually liked them as a child. So the collection is small. The one in the very back is actually my childhood Petra, so this is the one I played with. And then I have like this one Fred, which is her boyfriend, so the Ken adjacent type. We have the Skipper adjacent type, the little Peggy, which you already saw a Peggy on that shelf. This is also a Peggy there in the back. Then we have a couple more Petras, Flower Petra, one of the more budget Petras. Most of them have super soft and nice hair. I think it's nylon. Yeah, and then I have a couple of other random miscellaneous things. One more Funko Pop, one more McDonald's Barbie, and a couple of Pokemon and Digimon things. A couple of Digivices tucked there, you cannot even see them. A couple of Pokemon things, there's another Digivice, so yeah. Above that, we have my Cherry Mary Muffin collection. That kind of looks the same since, I don't know, a couple of collection videos, I think. The only thing is that my Betty Berry has kind of cloned herself, because I've now 2 Betty Berries here. Yeah, I recently found another one at the flea market, but I probably will not keep this one here in the front. I just put her there because there was still an empty space, but I will probably... A lot of the stuff that I say I will not keep, I will probably take with me to Toyplosion in September, when I'm trying to sell a couple of my, doubles, etc. But all the rest is still, I do not have a lot of the second set Cherry Mary Muffins, none of the third set. I have all of the ones from the first set, but all of the ones from the first set also are not complete. Some of them are missing some of these accessories, etc. Some are complete. I would like to have more Cherry Mary Muffins, but they are not a big priority at the moment for me. I don't know. Completely done with My Little Pony, because here are my Generation 2 ponies. So, and these are also, I did not put out by set or something, but more by color. So, and the favorites are in the front. So these are kind of my rarest G2 pony, a variant. Then we have one with the glow in the dark hair, etc. So those are in the front, and then we have white ponies and some babies. The babies are always in between. There's more babies on top. We have blue ponies, green, then it gets from orange into the pink. And here we've got a lot of purple ones, pink ones. There's my army of morning glories there. And then we have more pink, more morning glories, and a couple of darker shades of ponies. The stuff that's more here on the left hand side actually is the European, or the ones from McDonald's that came out with these little play sets, plus pony. I have a couple of them there. So G2 ponies are sometimes out there. A lot of them I have found at flea markets, but I've also bought a couple online sometimes, and sometimes they were included in lots, and some of them I got gifted. So this is how this little collection came together. Okay, and the last thing, or one of the last things, is that we are going from left to right again through the Barbies that are on these shelves. And then I have like 3 more little areas that I want to show you, which one is the toys or the plushies at my bed, then my window. So this little corner, actually, I thought I would have a better option where I put most of my Skippers and Stacy's. I couldn't figure it out. Sure, that's not all of my Skippers and Stacy's. Some of them are, in the displays itself. There are Skippers, etc., etc. And Stacy's. But I don't know. This shelf is not tall enough to really where I could put adult big Barbies. So Skipper is the only one that can still fit in there. And that's kind of why this shelf is still like that. So I have a couple of, I have mostly my favorite type of Skippers are like these girls here from the late 80s, early 90s. I have the 2 babysitting Skippers, although, this one, definitely the right one, does not have her complete outfit. We have Phone Fun Courtney. We have here a Splash and Color Skipper, a little Stacy there. We have both the bicycling Stacy and the bicycling Whitney with her bike, or with Stacy's bike. An older Skipper from the 80s, which is probably Great Shape Skipper, or it is the Sea Loving, because they're looking really the same, and I just have her in a fashion pack here. There's a little older Skipper as well, also late 80s. She is the California Dream Skipper. Also, most of them not in her original outfits, but still in nice outfits, in my opinion. So then we're getting on to really the Barbies. So mostly no skippers, apart from these two Stacys here, which are the gymnasts, Stacy and Whitney. But yeah, on the left hand side, this is still my kind of golden corner, where I have most of the dolls in, you know, golden, you know, bathing suits, swimsuits, whatever outfits, Golden Dream, etc. So beach dolls and as well as others. The Splash and Color in the back obviously is not wearing her original dress. She's wearing a Fashion Avenue dress, but it's a gold one. And then we're getting into Hollywood hair, which also obviously is a very heavy gold theming going on. And then we're getting into the Hollywood hair. So I do have the Teresa. The video is coming up very, very soon where I find her. Yes, she's a flea market find. I was like, oh my god, that was crazy, because this is one doll that I really wanted to have. I would never buy it, like buy the online, like pay the online prices, and I found her. Yes. Then we have two more dolls in the back, which are not Hollywood hair, but they're wearing Hollywood hair fashions. Then we're getting into the music themed dolls. So we have a couple of rockers, Barbie and the Rockers. That's the Diva from Barbie and the Rockers. Mostly not in her original outfits, like the two Hollywood hairs here. Yes, that's the original outfits. But for the rockers, I just put together something really colorful, and always just a couple of pieces are original rockers. For example, these tights are the ones from the second edition of Diva from the Barbie and Rockers line, so the second line, although this is the first Diva, but yeah, stuff like that. Another rockers Dana there. And then we're getting more into another rocking Barbie line, but this Barbie and the Beat. That's her, and the Barbie and the Beat Christy is way in the back there. And this is an outfit from Barbie and the Beat, although this is rollerblade Barbie. Then we have Sam Benetton here with the Barbie and the Kira in the back. She is just wearing part of her outfit, and yeah, you cannot really see her super well because like it is very cramped and you mostly cannot see the dolls in the back that well, but it is better like off camera. I can see the Chris. So you're off camera, you can see the back row of Barbies better than on camera, I think. But yeah, then we are from Benetton, these two dolls. We're getting into the, you know, Western Fun / in Europe the line was called Sun Charm. We have the Barbie in almost her complete outfit. I have a couple other, like this doll actually is a Beat Blast, but I just put her in Western adjacent fashion. And this is actually also the beach doll. It's the Tropical Splash Kira, but she's wearing a complete outfit of the Western Fun fashions. We have the dog there that goes to Western Fun. So this is kind of my Western Fun corner. And then we are getting really in the corner to the Totally Hairs. We have Totally Hair Ken, Barbie, another Barbie in a Totally Hair outfit. Yeah. On this shelf, there's definitely the most neon in terms of my Barbies, because I have most of the, you know, kind of gymnast style. In the back there, for example, is the Working Out Christy, wearing actually Working Out Barbie's outfit. But those dolls always are really like bold and neon. I have a lot of the beach dolls, or we have like here the super neon winter sport Barbie. No, it's not winter sport, that's ski fun actually. Then we have the mermaids in there, so that's all really the neon colors. We have two of the glitter hair Barbies, Ruffle Fun. This is actually a glitter beach Kira in just an outfit, just a fashion pack outfit. Yes, I do have the Teresa of the jewel hair mermaid line, but she has cut hair. You can see I curled her hair, and this is not even the original outfit. This is a fake. From far away it looks pretty convincing, but the material is really, really cheap. So yeah, and my actual plan, I said it, is to have these dolls, all of them. There's even the skipper, the mermaid skipper, etc. So the all of these mermaid Barbies here, to have those out of here. That would free space from this shelf, and I would put them up there where kind of the collector dolls are, which I'm not super into. So I think that would be a better space for the mermaid Barbies. Yeah, but get a little bit closer here. There's also, yeah, I have hula hair Barbie in the back, and This is a Moving Grooving Teresa. And then the complete right corner here is all of the Galaxy, or the US name is Flying Hero Barbies. I have Teresa, Kira, and Barbie. This is my only cut in style, the brunette one. Yeah, and she is actually also glitter hair, not glitter hair, glitter beach Barbie, but also in an outfit. So for whatever reason, glitter beach outfits I never have, except I have the glitter beach skipper outfit twice, but I don't have the glitter beach skipper. I have another skipper displayed over there in the glitter beach outfit. Sometimes it just doesn't match, but that's the fun of how I collect. Finding it at flea markets, in lots, etc., and not just buy the most expensive dolls online. And by the way, this is a super cute doll, but she is actually a My First Princess Barbie, which had cut bangs, and so I restyled her completely, and she looks so nice in this. I think it's a great weekend fashion outfit or something like that. And yeah, this can goes to these two girls here. This is the Hawaiian Fun Can. So 3 more small areas. Maybe you remember, because this was kind of the same already before. I have my jar of My Little Pony G4 blind bag figurines here with a H&M mini bag on top of that and a couple of Disney ears, okay? Then I have more of these, blind bag style ponies. These are the Ponyvilles. They were not blind bag, but Ponyvilles from G3. We have a couple of these translucent ones from G5. In the front we have a couple of Cutie Mark Crew glittery ones. Oopsie, there we go. A couple of the regular Cutie Mark Crew ones, some with their little additional piece, some without. 3 of them I have still in there. Stacking boxes there, and I have my Equestria Girls minifigures there, and a couple of, this is a Guardians of Harmony toy, so My Little Pony G4, but no, not a brushable. One of these, which I already forgot, they are kind of the G4.5 ponies, Pony Life, I think that's what the name was, and a G3 Ponyville playset, and a couple of, merchandise things for G3 and G3.5 and G4. So that's that. I have 2 pony plushies, both are G3, on my TV. I don't know where else to put them because this has gotten pretty crowded. So the only way was, just put them over there, and it kind of looks cute. I just had this idea while, previously the Christmas tree was here. And when this was gone, it looked kind of empty, and I was like, oh, I could actually pop these 2 G3 plushies there. Then I have a little bit of toys also on here, because here's my, my laptop that's connected to my TV, blah, 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 stuff like that. I have a couple of candles here. And this Lily Lively, she's a G3 pony. She is wandering from all over my collection all the time because I never have really a good place for her. She's just big. She has this huge cape. Without it, she's a normal pony underneath, but this eats a lot of room, so she doesn't have place on my G3 shelf, and she looked pretty lonely here, so I gave her this Twilight Sparkle, which I think came with an Equestria Girls doll, because they kind of match colors. Yeah, this area, and then the plushies on my couch. Like a old grandma with plushies on the couch. As I said, I would like to find a better way. Maybe if that works with the door that I'm planning to hang them there, who knows. But for now, On the left hand side here are my puppy surprise and kitty surprise. I have one kitty surprise, a lot of puppy surprise here, one cup surprise there, and this is a fake kitty surprise. These fall over all the time. I just like when I'm sitting down here and you know this all already wobbles here and then everything falls over and these fall. This is so difficult, guys. Then here are 3 more doodle bears, which couldn't find place anymore up there because the rest of my doodle bears, the smaller ones and one bigger one, is up there. Oh my goodness. Oof. So here we have a couple of original 80s Carebears. This one, this small one, and this small one. Recent flea market finds were these 2. Then I have my 2 big Brush-a-Loves. I mean, they are amazing. No, they were not flea market finds. Both of them were gifts, which is still crazy to me. But this is like a plushie line that, of course, if you love all of that, then you gotta also love the Brush-a-Loves. Although, as I said, not the biggest plushie collector, but they are just amazing. You know, they have these long tails that have these brushes on them, and they are so pastel colors. And yeah, I mean, you probably know Brush-a-Loves. And then I have one little magic nursery pet here, which I also wish I would have more, but yeah, I've never found one in the wild. This was also something that I traded. Oh, this was not really a gift, this was more trade. Tucked in the back here actually is baby Sinclair. Yeah, I love dinosaurs. The rest of the dinosaurs, you saw it, is more in my bedroom, but this is the big baby Sinclair. Ta-da. And then the last little toy here is this one. This is a generic rainbow bunny, but this was my favorite childhood plushie. This is Hoppy. He used to be right behind me when I'm filming in there, but he had to make space for like some of the like bigger sized dolls. So he is on my couch, always next to me, because this is the direction when I'm sitting and watching TV. Ta-da! And I think that's it. Oh my goodness. I think we're done. This is probably 3 hours, I guess? Oh my god. No. So, oh my god, that was a lot. I know. I hope you're not too overwhelmed with all of the stuff. I tend to talk a lot, and I like to talk a lot, and that's why I'm doing this channel. So yeah, I hope this was what you expected, a very long and detailed like look at my toy collection. I know a lot of people will also comment again like, how do I keep this like clean and how do I dust and all of that. I know that every collector always gets these things asked, especially by non-collectors. It just is what it is. There is dust. I'm living here. It's not a like separate room. Mainly the shelves that are higher up don't dust as much, whereas like the shelves that more on the bottom like get a lot of dust. I try to have like my G1 ponies, which is like my main collection of my favorite toys. Those are mostly behind glass, although not all of them. And you know, I just take this feathery duster thing and then I go over it. And still there will be dust, and especially in my bedroom, this is the main area where most of my Star Wars collection, for example, there's always a lot of dust, and it's just what it is. I cannot dust every single day. I cannot take a little brush and put all the dust of every single figure, because I am also doing other stuff. I'm working. YouTube is not my job. Toys are not my job. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this like wonderful, colorful array of childhood nostalgia, or just, you know,
pleasing things to the eyes, because like this is like, I really try to focus that on like how the display looks good. It's all very color driven, it's all very like, it can't be too eclectic, but I also like some of the shelves that have a lot of different stuff on it, so there's a balance. Sometimes just one toy line, sometimes small toy lines put together. I don't know, what do you think? From the last big room tour, has it changed a lot? I think a couple of big things have changed, but like certain shelves might have not changed at all. So what is your favorite part of my collection? What do you collect? Tell me anything that you want in the comments down below. If you have just found your way to my channel because of this video, maybe check out some of my other videos. I go a lot to flea markets, do toy hunting, I do haul videos and unboxings when I buy stuff online, etc. Mainly vintage, sometimes a little bit of new stuff, but yeah, you know. So, and I even buy sometimes things that are newer, but buy them on flea markets. So yeah. And if any of these videos like tickle your fancy, maybe you want to subscribe. So hit the subscribe button down there so you can keep up with me and my toy collection, how it evolves. And by the way, I also have, if you're curious how I started, I have a whole playlist of my collection tour videos. Like from the earliest one is from summer, I think, of 2020. So it has changed a lot, so I can definitely put that here if you're interested. But I have a lot of other playlists just for my collection, just for my like hauls, or if you're just interested in Polly Pocket videos, or if you're just interested in Barbie. I have tried to put together a lot of different like playlists, because I like to watch playlists on other channels, so that's why I'm also trying to put a little bit of effort into those. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye!